All right, I think we're streaming.
Oh, are we streaming? Let me have a look.
I do. I don't think we are. Let me just check. I'm gonna have to. If we
She
are, I'm
says
gonna.
we're on the air.
I'm gonna just go and I'm just gonna let
It
people know.
says we're on the air. Let me have a look. Because
Can
I'm
you?
unmuted.
Can you not hear me, Alan?
Oh no, I can't hear myself either.
Let me see.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, I can hear us now.
There we go.
But it sounds like I'm in a tunnel.
I told you. Told you it sounded like silent. Wait.
That's weird.
What means on my end? I could just hear me.
Oh, that's weird.
Could you hear me?
Oh, so we're
Could you
bad
hear
luck
me?
with these, don't we?
Yeah, we do. But it is what it is right now.
It is what it is. What it is what it is.
I'm sure we'll figure
So
this
I
out.
told this fantastic story and nobody heard it.
Alvin Marsh. Alvin has no sound now. Well, we just turned the sound on. Well, we did have it on before, but we're having a bit of a...
Technical issues.
Yeah, slightly. So...
Oh, and technical issues.
Please stand by.
Stand by. We are going for liftoff.
I am going to check something out while we're doing this. This is so professional. I got to tell you, man. It's like just...
Yeah, it's professional.
I got to tell you right now. It is spot on. I am the king of professionalism.
Aaron said to me just 20 minutes ago, I've got this new thing, it's professional, it's going to make us look clearer, we're going to be standard up. Oh, here we are with fantastic sound quality.
Right.
Oh, he still can't hear us. That's weird, because Alan could hear us a second ago.
Yeah. Just check to make sure people can hear us. I'm going to check
It
something.
says I'm in the back cave, yeah, I know.
Can you hear me now? Let me know that you can hear me. And let me know if I sound echo still.
I'm just looking at the chat.
So if I sound...
Can you hear Aaron?
And do I still sound
If you
echo?
can hear Aaron, is there an echo?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen back to the last few seconds that I did with the mic turned off and see what I get.
Okay.
So Alan says he can hear me okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's what it was. So for me on my side,
Yay!
so I now have it worked out. Perfect. My God, this is so seamless. May to December is the
So
only
I'm
echo.
the only echo now.
You're the only echo. Are you using computer and microphone?
No, no. I'm using my microphone because it's the quality one I always use.
That's the reason. It's picking up both your
But the quality
computer.
on my
I think it might be picking up your microphone on your computer and your microphone on your microphone. So it's basically it's
can you
picking
hear
up
me now?
both streams. Can I hear you now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you anyway. That's the
Because
thing.
I just muted that. I just muted it.
I had to unplug mine, but hopefully it works. Either way, we'll get through it. We will do this. We are soldiers of fortune. Tonight we are talking about the Ultimate Verses. I wanted to do this because I thought it'd be as now it's his turn to for me to talk. Well, he figures out his.
Is that better? Because I just changed it to my camera.
A little bit, I think. See, I can't tell because I can't. It's still a little bit echoey to me, but I'll see. I don't find it too bad. But I'm and that's me. Too bad, Josh. Don't worry, man. If that auction bid was meant for you to win, Alan, you would have won it. There's a better one out there, maybe probably even a cheaper one that, or there's gonna be a new one come out meant for you to get, and that's why I didn't get this one.
See, I'm not going to say that.
Always.
Sam was just being political here. Should have just bid it like I do. I don't want to DVD. I bid 80 quid on it. And then I never lose it. There you go.
Yeah,
A
always.
ridiculous amount on it. I think you'll win it.
Don't do that. Here's the thing, and I did want to talk about this. I'm glad you actually made a joke because I do want to kind of talk about the fact that one thing that I want to stress is when you're buying stuff like this, please never go outside of your comfort range or what you think is something that you would be comfortable with. It's something I've had to learn the hard way, and I've had a conversation with Malcolm about this actually.
Worse. Sounds worse.
And I want to be able to get you guys like into like showing you good sales, good deals, showing you like movies from around the world. And with that being said, hopefully doing it in a way that it is it's something that's that you feel okay with, that you feel like, okay, I bought this, I feel good about it, and not I bought this. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to eat today?
Yeah.
You never should go there, guys.
Always do it, guys. If you know it's something you really want, just overbid
Don't.
at the last second, then you won't get out of it.
You can't hesitate. You can't because there's some people that will always do this. They'll always go and they will go out and they'll put a bout or something like there if they really want something, especially with something that's hard to get. The washing machine is a rare to print DVD. We know that. So there's gonna be people out there. There's gonna be scalpers out there that are gonna just put on their bots, and you just do the best you can. Me, I bought it when it was still in print, and I had no idea. Actually, I didn't buy it. My better half bought it for me. Because she wanted to do, she knew I was kind of interested in Shameless. I've been watching some Shameless like collection videos. So one year for my birthday, she bought me a ton of Shameless stuff. So I had the Bronx Warrior like steel box set, and the I had like the bunch of the Shameless stuff, and I had the washing machine. All right, so let's start with Digibooks because Digibooks is kind of where this started at
Okay.
prior to DVDs.
That's true.
And before media books, we had digibooks. So I'm going to show you some digibooks, and these are some favorites of mine. And I'll tell you where I got them, how I got them, and you can let me know if you got them too, Malcolm. And
All right, I'll let you know.
if you like them. So this is Clash of Titans, the original Clash of Titans, not the crappy remake.
I used to own that. It's lovely.
This was the last day of Blockbuster, the very last day. It was closing. I was going to work, and the last Blockbuster in Newfoundland literally had all of the stuff put in one place, and it was in St. John's. So actually, all of Atlantic Canada, all their stuff got shipped to St. John's. So for the last day, everything was $1. This was brand. This was brand new, and I got this for $1. Um, I watched this movie when I was young. I watched the CED when I was a kid. This has always been a favorite of mine. I'm a huge Ray Harryhausen fan.
The rainbow effect. I love the rainbow glow effect.
It is so cool, man. Next up is one I got from Best Buy. This one is a feel good. It's a feel good movie of the year. It's a family film. Taxi Driver.
Here you are. I had that. I used to own that in America.
Did you get rid of all your digibooks, man?
Yeah, I did because I couldn't bring them all with me, could I?
It opens up.
It was costing us like $700 a FedEx box. That's the problem.
There's a whole ton of like cards in here, by the way.
Nice those.
I didn't know that was there. Like for the, I watched the movie. I didn't even look over on this side for the longest time. So it might have been like 3 or 4 months before I realized it.
Same Taxi Driver, they need to go out and watch it.
It is such a good movie.
Classic.
And you're gonna, if you've never seen Taxi Driver, and you've seen like the Joker, you might notice some similarities.
Yeah.
If you've never seen King of Comedy, and you've seen the Joker, you're gonna be like, what the hell?
If you want to skip to the best one, watch The Same Taxi Driver. For the real ending.
The happy ending. My very first purchase at Target is next. The Target exclusive.
I missed out on that, and I almost picked that up in Half Price Books ages ago for $6.99.
It's a gorgeous one. Unfortunately, I don't know how often I rewatch it. Because when I went, like I said before, we were talking. I rewatched this with my cousin Roger because he missed seeing it in theater, and I'm like, you got to see this. This is amazing. And I watched it, and it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. It was not amazing.
Yeah.
I got caught up.
It's even worse now with The Flash. The Flash putting all that into it as well.
The Flash. I think what makes it hard for me now is I know where it was going, and there's some people say, each to each their own. He still says young Frankenstein head shape. Taxi Driver, he does. That's his head shape, man. Like when you read where they were going to go with the whole like nightmare thing for the next Justice League, oh man, that was such crap. It was so bad. It was horrible.
It's a shame because Ezra Miller made a great Flash. That's the problem.
Yeah, but Ezra Miller had some issues, man. So, unfortunately,
but he was brilliant as the Flash.
He was, yeah.
It's Batman.
This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's one of my favorite movies.
And I've got many versions of this, including the 4K, which I'm sure you got, Ms. Malcolm, as well.
Yep.
One of the neat things about this here digibook is that it's part of the script in here, as well as a comic book.
Ooh.
Which is really kind of cool. So it's
part
of the comic book from the movie adaptation.
Is it the whole comic book?
No, the whole comic book's like longer. It's just like a portion of it.
I had that. I think everybody's had that one.
Oh yeah, it's another one of my favorites. I kind of buy special editions for movies I really like, and Man of Steel. But Man of Steel is a beautiful film, though, isn't it? Like, you mean, like whether you know,
it is. It's well shot.
It is very well shot.
It's just very tedious to get through. This third, I've never watched that film, but Donna has recommended that for years.
It is such a good film, Malcolm.
4K now.
You have to check it out.
I actually own the VCD of the Hong Kong spoof for that movie as well.
Oh, really? You gotta watch the original first. It is such a good film.
It's a lovely media book as well.
Is audio low? I turned up the audio actually just recently when I see him low. Before, dude, the audio wasn't low. It was just
it was messed up.
Yeah. And by the way,
I
just turned them out just a second ago. There you go. So hopefully that's louder. This is a great one. This was part of the 100th anniversary Universal series, and
Yeah.
love these. Sting is one of my again a favorite of mine. I watched it so many times. Try turning up your volume, Kay. I've
Oh,
turned up mine.
oh, hey, KK. I was dropping it down on you.
Let's see. Let's test. I'm going on my iPad.
All right.
And turn me up.
Turn him up. Turn it up. Oh, hey, KK. I was dropping it down on you.
Let's see. Let's test.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it is you, KK.
Yeah, dude. I'm not sure, dude. Maybe if you go, it's happened before to some people. It happened to me, so I'm not just. I'm not like I'm being serious. Sometimes if you go out and come back in again, then that that solves the issue.
Yeah, I went to my TV with my 4K player. Those shows, if that's nothing I've not watched, return.
Are you serious?
Seriously, yeah. Shows you how bad drive, didn't it, on things?
Let me show you. See if it's gonna make much.
I'm leaving to point out right now.
It's a great film. I love Stanley Kubrick's films.
Oh, that's a classic. I love that film. I got to tell you this funny thing that I saw online. Somebody bought that and they said, "This isn't an action movie. This isn't The Equalizer. What is this garbage?"
This isn't the Equalizer.
Seriously, they bought it because they thought it was going to be an action movie.
Because it's Denzel Washington. Expected what action or?
Yeah, and I was like, what's the worst film you could say that about? I was like, that's Malcolm X.
Does he not know what Malcolm X is?
No. He said it was a boring, the person was boring movie about people walking around wearing bed covers and just doing nothing.
I wonder for somebody. It had to be trolling. Can't be that.
No, seriously. I was named after Malcolm X. Shawshank Redemption, one of the greatest films of all time.
Do you know I was named
I
after?
love that film.
Do you know I was named after?
You were named after, let's think, I'm trying to think of a famous weird person. Oh, no, that isn't right. Oh, Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah, correct. It goes. My dad's. It goes to the future. Does anybody here know who I'm named after? I want to see if Alan's been around for a while. Maybe you do know who I'm named after.
You're named after Boy George.
Oh, then maybe you do know I'm named after by saying that. But do you really? Not know.
No, I'm not going to say. I want someone else to guess. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Classic. This has the Frank Capra's American Dream documentary on it as well, which is a freaking fantastic documentary. And now it's one I'm going to watch tonight, actually. The
One
documentary.
thing I will say about Shawshank Redemption is this, and I'm sure people have seen it, but do you think he was guilty?
Shawshank Redemption? No, but I don't think it matters. But I don't think he was. And if he was,
Okay.
he'd been there long enough that it no longer does. So
Yeah.
those are digibooks, guys. These are the unfortunately did not catch on the way that the people had hoped that they would. I'm going to show you some Chase Steelbooks as well. Because
Ooh,
at the end of this
we're going to
video,
get the Steelies.
at the end of this video, you guys are going to vote on
Yes.
which ones you think are the ultimate collector's editions. So for digibooks, you've got these hard book-like covers. It comes with a actual book with writing on the inside of it, and they're very well bound. I took this across to Morocco,
Multiple continents.
and I took this from most of these here I got when I was in St. John's. So I took this from St. John's to Nova Scotia to Morocco. This is one thing I can say. They are very sturdy. When digibooks are well done, they're
They
very
are
well
sturdy.
done. Every once in a while, you find one that has a bit of a binding issue, but it's rare. So let me grab the steelbooks, and Malcolm will keep.
The
Malcolm
Steelbooks.
will do a tap dance.
I will keep you entertained with a funny story.
Oh, you entertained.
I walked down the road, and on that road there was a stranger. And when that stranger turned up, he said, Digibook or Stillbook, red or blue. And that's when Aaron pulled the fedora up and pointed at me and hit me on the head with a still book. Okay, ooh, 4 people in the chat. Come on, guys, got a comment. We want to hear your favourite ones.
Yes, we want to know what you like best. So, steelbooks. Let's see if you like the steelbook movies that I got as much as you like the other ones.
You.
I'm going to start with the classic.
Scrooged.
So, one year,
Love that movie.
Walmart put out a bunch of Christmas steelbooks. Scrooge was one of them. A Christmas Story was another. At the time, I was going to pick up one, and I was going to pick up both of them. I had like enough money on me to pick up one, and I had to go, and I was working, so my card was at my desk, but I had enough cash on me to pick one up. So I only had a 15-minute break. So I took between Christmas Story and Scrooge, and I just really wanted to watch Scrooge. So I picked it up. I said, I'll come back a little bit later. I'll pick up Christmas. We know where this is going, right? I go back to work,
Yes.
and don't have enough time to come back, and it's gone. It's gone. So
It's always the way.
there's work.
What's the battle like?
Oh, it's cool, actually.
Okay. I'm surprised you haven't rated that to the 4K yet.
Next one my dad has too, and this is one of my faves.
Oh, say hello to my little friend. Here it comes.
So what I really love about this, aside from the fact that it has these here cards,
Comes with Scarface, doesn't it? That one comes with the 1930s one as well.
that's what I was going to say actually, because it does come with the 1930 edition of Scarface,
Yeah.
and which starred, of course, John Garfield, right? No, Paul Muni, right? Since first Scarface,
Yeah.
and
And
Boris Karloff.
also, as one of the first appearances in a major film by.
Mr. Karloff.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a whole ton of these here, so I'm not going to show them all, but just to see the artwork on the inside. How many episodes of Cribs, MTV Cribs, did you watch where somebody would come along and say, and here's my Scarface? Like, it didn't happen all the time.
Yeah. I still think Scarface, the video game, is one of the greatest sequels ever to a movie.
Here's the thing. Scarface video game got screwed because Grand Theft Auto Vice City was just so good that they'd already done it.
Yeah, sure. But you don't get those balls.
Speaking of 4K.
Dirty Dancing, that's a beautiful still. But I've got the 4K one of that, which is almost exactly the same.
Was this 4K one?
Oh, well, there you go then. Lovely.
There's the 4K right here with the regular Blu-ray here, and of course Jennifer Grey looking like Jennifer Grey used to look.
Yeah.
She was she is still a very beautiful woman, but like talk about like how the one cosmetic thing can like totally change look.
Yeah, talk about it. That nose messed them up. I was just saying, talk about cosmetic surgery. I've been looking at a lot of people lately, and I've just been like, what's happened?
Renee Zellweger is a horrible actress. One, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Next Generation. When she says, "No, you shut the fuck up."
Bridget Jones's Diary is her best film ever.
It is that is a really good one. My better half had those movies before she met me. Those are actually really really good. Chicago, I think she's great in Chicago actually.
Oh yeah, she's great now and all. It's funny, because if every woman I've ever known has had that in their collection, that movie.
Bridget Jones' Diary.
Yeah.
I hint at both of them. There's a sequel too that I've seen, but I don't remember very well.
There's 2 sequels and a new one. Age of Reason was the second.
That's one.
And Bridget Jones's Baby was the third one, and there's another one coming out.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Bridget Jones' Baby. I haven't seen the third one.
True story, my grandma went to see Bridget Jones's Diary when it came out in the cinema. She came out of it and she was fuming at all the swear words and everything in it.
Also, that was not a great like thing for her acting ability. It's a great thing for another person's acting ability. Me, myself, and Irene. I
Oh,
love
that
that.
was good. I like that.
She's
Oh, is that Halloween shit?
it's Halloween 2018. The Todd McFarlane.
No, that's the good one. That's the good one.
It's the Todd McFarlane cover, sent to me by a viewer. It's 4K, of course. I have two 4K editions of Steelbook editions of this.
Ooh,
Ready for a second sight?
that's it. Oh, I had that years ago. I had that.
It's actually a
The
really
lovely
good edition.
Steelbook. I just realised they used that cover on the bloody Arrow. 4K release.
Now it's pretty plain on the inside, but you know,
Well, that's how Steelbooks used to be when they first came out, for the most part.
yeah, this was an early Steelbook too. And this, though, does
Yeah.
have the documentary that Arrow uses, that hour-long documentary from hour and a half. Some of that comes from this. Comes from this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got a great documentary on it.
My favorite Amazing Trilogy is right, Kega. You rock, man. Evil does die tonight, Alan. Except it didn't really, but it almost did. 1, 2, 3 is great too, Keg. It's great too. It'll get there. People. Now, this was a really unique one because it had the soundtrack. It had the documentary Yellow Fever, I think it was called, right? In this one?
Yeah, that was great. That was a great documentary. I really liked that. I liked that a lot more than what was it called? All the Colours of Jelly.
Yeah, I liked them both, but I think Yellow Fever is better.
Yeah, it's not that.
Now, this is one where that came open a little bit in the trip. So
Yeah, I think they all were that way, weren't they?
that's the only one that I've ever had that happen to. Like, it's come up and not be able to totally close it again.
Yeah, so maybe within the Tenenbaum, I think all of the Tenenbaums came like that, because mine was like that.
Was it really? So it wasn't just me then.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, sweetie. This here, by the
I
way,
think it was the same batch.
this is Grizu. He's tiny and adorable. Okay, the company that seems to be doing steelbooks some of the best right now, and actually the cheapest ones to get is Mill Creek.
That's a lovely steelbook, that one.
Look at this. Look at this right here.
Absolutely lovely.
Tenebrae is one. Tony Francioso. Tenebrae is my favorite. Tony Francioso. It is Tony Francioso, right? In Tenebrae.
Yeah.
Brand new sealed. Somebody sent it to me actually for a birthday present one year. Hin was in Labrador.
Who did?
One of my viewers.
I've got to say this. When is a viewer going to send me something? Come on. When are you going to send me gifts, guys? I'm the coolest.
I was living in Canada at the time too, so I was living in St. John's.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right then. It is what it is.
I love this here though. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, man. I love look at the inside of this one, guys.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that. No law, no order. That's pretty cool. I've got the 88 films Blu-ray that was released, but it doesn't look as good as that.
I was watching I've been rewatching Miami Vice and realized that the movies is actually like 2 episodes of the series kind of put together and into the just modernized. This is a favorite steelbook of mine. Not exactly my favorite movie because I don't like the way special effects were done, but
The Thing.
this is friggin' gorgeous. Look at this. Just look at this art.
It's gorgeous. It's lovely. Oh, that's not so good.
Go on the inside. I'm just blown away by the artwork that the Mill Creek ones do. And they have features now too, so which is good on them.
Yeah, they used to be basic as hell.
Yeah, but they're working with the red shirt pitchers and guys like that recently, so gotta love that. I'm streaming, so I get goodies. There. Okay, thank you, man.
Hey, that's not nice, is it? I'm in.
We're getting into that.
I'll have to subtitles on my channel, just put it on my channel then.
You can have it
Then
on
you
your
can say I'm
channel.
the streamer.
You are a streamer.
Right.
We will be on. We'll be doing on both channels.
Ooh, there you go. Mic drop.
Lords of Dogtown, one of my favorites.
That is a lovely one. That is a lovely one.
This is gorgeous. I love this film, by the way. For those, everybody knows by now. I was a skateboarder when I was younger, so yeah, movies like this are right up my alley. Look at this on the inside.
That is lovely.
I would have loved to have had one of those original like skateboards, like the longer ones actually made into surfboards.
Yeah.
Because my first skateboard actually wasn't mine, it was my cousin's, and it was before I got a deck, and it was like one of those smaller ones, the real small kind of like plastic ones, and they were really hard to maneuver, and we were going down real hills.
Oh God.
Not like little like massive freaking hills, which was crazy stuff. This
like a steep incliner.
Best things. This is I'm about to show you the best steelbook Mill Creek ever put out. And one of the best steelbooks. This is great. If you like this movie at all,
I can't believe they re-released it.
I love that they re-released it so people could get it. Did you get it?
No.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's lovely though, isn't it?
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh! Somebody went crazy over that.
Champagne's not in Lords of Dogtown. And of course, on the inside, before we can get to anything else, the bison buck.
Yeah.
So it goes with the bison buck, guys. $100 denomination of the
I
bison
do
buck.
really think Mill Creek's come a long way since they started. I think they're the most evolving label, to be honest.
When you think of the stuff that they started like doing these like 10 packs and 20 packs and stuff like that, and the stuff that they've made massive deals with big companies, and to see like where they've come, it is amazing.
Well, when you think about the quality of their stuff was like 20 episodes and 3 discs and all that, it's like you just thought they'd be one of those companies that would die out, but they've actually improved for the sake of it and actually done better. British on Blu-ray.
It's because large companies that were kind of moving out of the market noticed the inroads Mill Creek had made and what they were doing. Like they were actively trying to get better. For me, seriously, I love that. Pardon?
Is Echo Bridge still around?
I think the Steelbook's still around. Echo Bridge. No, Echo Bridge is not. I don't think. Are they?
Are they another company or are they just not around?
Echo Bridge is like, I think they're gone. Echo Bridge was like a low version. It was like if Mill Creek had not tried at all and kept not trying throughout the entirety of their existence. That was Echo Bridge.
That's what I mean. That's what I was asking. It's just sad that Echo Bridge basically released nearly all of all rad. It's just sad that Echo Bridge released nearly all of Degrassi and then it stopped at season 12.
Did Echo Bridge put out Degrassi?
Yes.
Did you think
Yes, all my versions of it.
Hirsch can make a comeback? Whatever happened to Emil Hirsch? Did he have a scandal?
Emil Hirsch is doing B-grade movies now.
Did he just just fall off the radar and just make some wrong decisions, or was there some scandal?
I have no idea. I remember he was getting big up, and then he just kind of faded away. Maybe bad choices, but he's in a lot of B-grade movies. People like Frank Miller and Bruce Willis kind of style before he went. That's a lovely steelbook. I think I'd rather buy that than the Pinnacle Syndrome version.
This is a really good one. It's rad. This is a Mondo steelbook. So for those that collected steelbooks back in the day, Mondo was known as being the name for doing like the highest quality steelbooks.
Oh, he's Texas producer.
Now, who was the producer? Was it some dude that deserved it, or just what?
I think was the producer doing the Kevin Spacey? That's the question.
Was that Harvey Weinstein? Kevin Spacey's in the news. Okay, so I left this one for last because this is kind of a cool one, and people often say with a steelbook, yeah, I like to buy a steelbook, but with a steelbook, you're limited. You can only have like one disc or maximum of 2 discs, right? That's usually what people say with steelbook.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the Ten Commandments, the 4K edition of Ten Commandments. I picked this up for $10 actually, so perfect. This Got Yul Brynner on the back. You open it up.
4 discs.
Get the 4K disc, 4K of Ten Commandments. There's a Blu-ray, disc 1, special features. Blu-ray of disc 2. And and a Blu-ray of the 1923 Ten Commandments.
Damn.
With some
That's
special
a beautiful
features
steelbook.
for that as well. So it's a gorgeous steelbook.
Another steelbook that had a lot of discs in, I remember years ago, was the Shawshank Redemption one.
Oh man, you tried to strangle some. Yeah, that ain't gonna help. Like when it comes to that type of stuff. Next up, by the way, guys, is media books. I don't have very many of those. I should have had Malcolm show media books but I'm guessing he still probably doesn't have his unpacked yet.
I don't have them all unpacked. I have some unpacked, but I don't know where they are at the minute. Otherwise, I would have grabbed some.
So I'm going to show you both German and French media books because I'm fancy like that. And you have to stay because Clint Eastwood's right there, just ask you to make his day.
You said you feel lucky, punk. Probably we attacked a female producer. That's sad. Maybe he had a reason, but not a valid reason. But maybe he had a reason like maybe he was stressed, maybe he figured, you never know. You never hear one side of it, so who knows? I mean, I'm not saying the reason was right, I'm just saying,
well,
sometimes we just go a little bit crazy, don't we?
If she's being strangled, I don't think we can hear her side of it. All right, media books. I think started in Germany, or most prevalent in Germany. The media book format is not a new format, but it's the newest out of these three.
Yeah.
Steelbooks was an older format that's making a comeback now.
Yes.
So I'll start off with the French steelbooks first, and then I'll go into the German ones, and you'll see the difference. So this is the French steelbook for The Wild Angels, in 1966 Roger Corman film.
Nice.
Which I have a T-shirt of.
Nice.
Open up here like this. You can see there's a very, it's very similar.
I like how the paper is very, like it's proper paper.
Like the French ones are very similar to digibooks, that they're much like a hard, which is what we're going to get around to.
So what's the difference then? Since they're very similar.
You'll find out in a sec. This is Horror Hotel, or City of the Dead, which we want to call it. Again, another great one with Christopher Lee. The Land of the Dead.
Oh, that's nice.
This is one of my favorites. Okay. So, the really good, harder to get media books from Germany are puffy. They're puffy versions. So, what's the puffy version media book? So, this here is not just hard case. It has this almost like a kind
basically what it means, guys, is you can buy it, you can look at it, but you can also sleep on it. Because it also works as a pillow if you're on a train or something.
It is super comfy, it's puffy, and it's very well done. A lot of these here, this is done by a certain company and a lot of the ones they do have secret movies on the inside that you don't know what the movie is until you buy it. This one here included a Frankenstein film that I think had Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh, nice.
A lot of them, of course, are, as Malcolm has to totally love, have a lot of like graphic covers and like a lot of nudity and stuff like that. So I always have to check.
Even on films that have no nudity in them, that have nudity. It's lovely.
Great. This is Headhunter right here.
I saw one for Snapshot, the day, is it the day after Halloween? What it's called?
Yeah.
I saw that one, and it had her in the tub, naked, with a guy with like a machete and 2 knives and his thing hanging out.
Really?
Yeah, I was laughing at that.
There's a second movie on that one. I can't remember what this one's called. I remember telling Malcolm at the time.
Just after Holly.
And last but not least, because I just started collecting these. Gotta hide the nipple, unfortunately. Zipper
Oh,
face.
you said that, you hide it. You know, okay, let's just say this here, right? Owen annoyed me with this because I said to him, if there was one I'd buy while I was over there, it'd be that one. Instead of going, look what I got, surprise, instead it's like, surprise, I've got it, and sticks the fingers up.
Hey, if I had the money at the time, I would have bought it for you.
Yeah.
One of, don't worry. I'm coming. I'm one of these days, but I'm gonna find something. It's coming your way. Just don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good to me.
I still have to get you your Dawson's Creek, by the way.
Yeah, that's where how long ago was that now?
A long time, Mom. Mom got sick, and then she went off to Florida, and then she came back.
So I understand, you know. I understand. I'll say this quickly, talking about packages, right? I got some stuff for a friend years ago, and I sent it to him, right? And it didn't get sent. So basically, for some reason, they sent it back, right? My mum being disabled, I said to him, hey, you know, she sent you when she can. Turned into a complete and utter piece of garbage over it. I said, look, my mum's disabled. She can't get out much. You know, I was in England, but I left. So, you know, I never put pressure on that stuff.
So
it just happens, doesn't it?
The Keg-Ass What is Zipper Face? An insanely sane film. It's not a good film. Not
it's
by any
stretch of imagination.
It is. It's fun in the way that you have all these like guys that are like so many like red herrings. Like basically, there's this at the beginning of the film. There's these two ladies of the evening, and they're with this guy who's wearing this like kind of gimp type like BDSM mask.
That's why you want it.
And he accidentally kills one of them. So he then like runs like goes to kill the other one, and there's basically some murders start. And there's this girl. She's a police detective. She's the first police detective on this force because she saw this murder. And so she goes, and the first suspect that she questions, she sleeps with. I'm not even joking.
That's the way you do it.
She's like,
that's the way you do it.
She's like, I may have made a mistake. I'm like, are you? No. You think you made a mistake by sleeping with the suspect, who like in the scene when you leave, he's burning incriminating photographs. No. It's a fun film. It's fun. It's cheesy. A lot of bad acting in it, but I had a lot of fun with it. I used to go to the cinema.
You guys ever go to the cinema?
I go for film festivals mostly now. So I go usually in November, and because we have a Marrakesh Film Festival here in November every year. We have a lot of like actors, directors, and people come in, and we premiere a lot of films that aren't yet out in theater. So a lot of people didn't like the movie, but Marlowe came here before, like around 3 months before it came out. So yeah. I got to see Marlowe before, and I got to see it with the director, and the lead actress was there, and they came up on stage and they introduced.
Jessica Lange.
No, Jessica Lange is not the main actress. The younger girl. She's
the one, because Jessica Lange plays her mother, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's a mom. What's her name again? Like she's so. And by the way, she looks even better in person than she does in any film that I've ever seen her in. Dan Kruger.
There you go. I used to go to the cinema. I was supposed to go to the cinema. I almost went and saw Unicorns, which stars Ben Hardy, but ended up not going because my friend took his mum instead, because now I moved. Sometimes I have really late shines in. By the time I get back, it'll be really late. So, but, I try and watch stuff. I want to get more in the cinema, but I just need to find a cinema near me that's easy to get to, because the one in town is shut down. So
a lot of movies come sooner, unfortunately, to like for the theater to your local streaming. So, but
I'm not happy. I'm going to sorry to cut you up here, but I'm not happy with these services, because I was on Apple earlier and I went, you know what, I might rent, Fall Guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, rent it for £15.99. Get lost.
15.
I rented it for that.
You're gonna buy it for that?
Yes.
You can buy it for that.
Rent it for £15.99 or buy it for £16.99. Why the hell would I do that?
if I know I really want to like, I did it for Halloween Kills, I think. Halloween Kills. Uh, and again, as you guys know, I ended up buying that like big edition of it. But because I wanted to see that and I wanted to do a review for it. But I don't normally do that. We did it a couple times for movies that we just wanted to see, like Ken wanted to see at the house.
Yeah.
And that when basically the time everybody was locked in, right? The
Yeah.
the
Oh, that's
first
different
Omen,
though. That's different.
first Omen is available to watch now for me,
Yeah.
so I'm actually gonna watch it sometime soon because I hear really good things about it.
Yeah. But yeah, that happens a lot with things. When I'm like, I'll just wait for it to come out then.
Now, I'm for those that don't know, I'm traveling next week. Oh, unless something happens, tickets bought. Malcolm knows this. I'm going to Marbella
Yes.
for 4 days, and we're going to
It's
go.
going, in case anybody lives in England and knows where a foot soldier is, and watch Rise of the Foot Soldier Marbella, and you decide you want to hang out with Fair Fagbreast and that, and commit a heinous acts of crime. While Hind is swimming in the water, he's going to be making phone calls and dodgy deals.
And I'm going to be like, so we're going to go to Malaga for one day. And there's a great shopping center in Malaga, which we want to check out. So as always, when I go on a trip, you want to buy me a coffee? Well, if you do, and I buy a movie, I'll shout you out on there. Like I did like I did with Malcolm, like I did with Maddie, like I did with George. In the because I got something really nice because of you. Actually, I probably got zipper face because of you. Like I was like, you son of a. I think I did because I don't think I was going to buy it, and I was like, yeah, Malcolm really sold me on this one.
He's rubbing in.
And like with Maddie like did a lot of thrifting, so I went and bought like some thrifted movies. And George said like, get ratings if you can. I'm like, I can't get any ratings, so I ended up getting what was it? One of the Prestige editions.
Yeah.
Which there's another edition I should probably show as well. Of course, there's other editions of things out there. There's VSUs, there's VSAs. A lot of those are just, they're specific to one company. The stuff that I'm showing you right now, like a media book, like a steel book, like a digibook, are not specific to a certain company. It's not one company that does or did these releases. It is basically, it's a lot of companies. Steel books are being pushed to be kind of like the new big thing again, and Malcolm's unsure about that. And of course, there's the other one, which is cardboard, and that means slipcovers. There's slipcovers, and they are the most fragile of the special editions, which is true.
I disagree completely, but yeah, go on.
Now, like Malcolm will say, like, what about like I could get dents or scratches on my steelbook, like
Yeah, it's true.
which 100% true. And
You can drop it instantly. With the slip cover, you can drop it. If it lands flat, it might be fine, but the steel book. Oh.
you can get a slip cover on your thing that's like from the plastic, from whatever. It's somebody's put it. It's bent in. It's already.
Yeah, but
like,
that's someone else's problem because they chose to open it out like a numpty.
Nah, not really, because I've gotten stuff from Vinegar Syndrome, and it's been like kind of I got the Undertaker, the very first steelbook, very first slipcover that they ever put out, and much like Overboard, which Jose talked about, Master Chaos, getting that.
You went overboard, did they on it?
Getting that friggin' Undertaker out of its damn slipcase to this very day, and I've had it since it came out. It's a task, man.
I will say this. Kino Lorber are the worst because they've got theirs sealed and they're always bent.
They are bent a lot.
Right in.
That's one of the good things
the
about
worst.
Vinegar Syndrome is they have like the stock paper that it makes it harder for that to happen.
Also, what I will say is another company was great when it comes to the thing, and they actually seal their slips in their thing, is Fun City Editions. They're versions. I've never had a single damaged one, and that's easy to open the slip, the plastic off and everything.
I love Fun City. I'm a big fan of their releases. They're harder for me to get nowadays, but I still love their stuff.
Yeah, I got that recent one, Seeing Red, the free French vigilante one.
Oh, I want that. I'm waiting to see what the hell I'm gonna find in Spain. So yeah, guys. Anyway, I'm going to Spain. There's some places there to check out. There's a Fnac in Spain, and for those that don't know, I picked up the card player and the special edition of American War for London, the Prestige edition, at Fnac in Spain, in Paris, and it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
what they have over there. And I want to see if I can find some Spanish exclusive. That's what I'm hoping to get. Yeah, if I can find a Paul Nash or Ruben Galeno Jr. from over there or something like that, would be really nice.
That's gonna be cool.
And because what I want to do, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, with this channel here is when we came here, we went from Cult of Cinema to Cult Cinema International, which means for me, like, what I want to do is for you to show you guys releases from all over the world. Like just in this video alone, you've seen stuff here from North America, from France, from Germany, from England, and I didn't show my steelbook for that I had for was it Skyfall. I think that was like from Norway, I think.
Ooh.
It's like a megaphone. Hey, Gina, welcome, man.
Hey, Darcy's in the house.
We got Darcides here. I know. Darcy was here for my last video. This was actually going to be like my last one. So I want to thank Darcides for coming in the last time because I did this like kind of just like me singing here by the movies, just chatting, and it was that went really well. I'm not going to lie. That was like thank you guys for that. So we got 200 views on that one, which is harder nowadays.
Oh, Gino, hey Gino. I didn't see you there.
I'll say this: it's a harder time being a YouTuber now than it's ever been, especially for this, because for me, to be honest with you, it's become more niche, and it's become like not as many people watch because not as many people are collecting. Hey, Kubrick, welcome, man.
Kubrick, yo.
I never did find out what that movie was. I kind of wonder, like, there's a film at the time, Darth Sidious, that immediately after the stream ended, I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, I have this movie. Is this it? And for the next day, I said, I got to remember the name of this movie. I got to remember the name of this movie. And I had it in my head. And tonight, as you come on the stream, I'm like, I cannot remember the name. I'm sure I'll remember it soon.
By the way, I think we can do a duo chat through YouTube itself.
You can, but it goes through this.
Well, through this exactly, because I had a look and it said
OBS.
It said you can invite somebody through YouTube.
Yeah, it usually goes through OBS to do this.
Yeah,
so for those that don't know, like OBS isn't the issue, I don't think, when it comes to this. It's something. Your voice sounds like it's on a loudspeaker. Now, yeah, okay, you have to say this. You got to do one of those like camera things, like when you're looking for somebody.
I don't know what's going on because every time I do a stream, when it's not streaming, I either hear myself back or I sound like I'm on a megaphone. It's really weird. And I've got my actual mic uninstalled. The other one.
Yeah, it's probably something I'm not supposed to do on my side that I don't know yet. So I'll have it figured out before next time. So that being said, it's not like you're hearable. You can definitely hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me, and that's what matters. All right. This voice brings in the millions.
The mystery
millions of people.
It might be the right one, but there's a couple of things that like went through my head when you mentioned it. But there's one like that really stuck out. What is your favorite, Malcolm, out of those 4 formats to collect? What's your favorite?
Probably the media book. If I'm honest, because I like that you can read parts about the film in it if it's done properly. Because I've got some IFD ones, which are the old ninja movies, which were DVD ones from Germany, and they've been fascinating to read, even though they're all the exact same booklet in every single one. It sucked, but yeah, probably that. And plus, I had the Ninja and the Warrior, which also has been released by Mono Macabro next week. So I enjoy reading up on those ones. I think still books look nice if you can display them properly. And I think, digi books are great, but they're a little bit smaller, aren't they?
Yeah, it's hard for me. I mean, like, if I was to be honest with you, the one that's gone that I liked the most was the window box.
Yeah, that was the best one.
So for those that don't know,
that was when Arrow, if you ask me, shot themselves in the foot because that was their personality.
Arrow like made these window box releases. I don't think I got any here right now. If I did, I'd bring one over to show you guys. I did them for their Blu-rays, and he did them for the special DVDs as well. And the window box.
So these have 4 covers.
Yeah, 4. So basically, because the window box outside of it would actually have like the information. So once you took it out, it was all art. So the insert was art. So basically, on this side, you could flip it over and have 2 other choices. So you'd have 4 choices. They always came with a poster, came with a booklet. It had like a postcard that would be like a hint of like one of the upcoming
releases. Sometimes multiple versions of the film.
It was so well done, and I really missed that.
Yeah, I remember after Demons, they said they couldn't do it anymore. And I was like, really?
Yeah. Did I like the remake of The Prisoner? Oh, with that crazy dude that thinks yeah, I did actually. It was pretty good. I own it. I own both versions. I own the original Prisoner. I own Secret Agent Man, and I own the remake of The Prisoner as well. So I'm a fan, but I prefer the original one.
Yeah, I prefer the original one.
Especially because the dude's not crazy in real life. Like, talk about a guy like taking the role too far. Like, okay, I'm going to get you in Passion of Christ, and okay, you're going to for some reason think.
I actually bought both from Australia recently. So
the new one, the new Prisoner.
Yeah.
It's
they released they've done the old series and they had the newer series on sale. So I thought, screw it, since I can't go on Blu-ray because it's out of print.
Is that a VIA Vision release?
Yeah, VIA Vision, yeah.
Because there's some really good ones out there. I want to do a video on like some of the better like releases. I want to do like a TV stream where we can look at some stuff like that as well.
That would be a good idea.
Because I've been watching some stuff recently, and I've been watching I watched a few of the wrestling documentaries last night. I watched the film noir, from Shadows to Light, the TCM one.
Yeah.
And tonight I'm going to watch either the Frank Capra one or I'm going to watch the gangster documentary. I'm not sure which one I'm going to watch yet.
I watched a couple of film noirs last night and today. The Stranger on the Third Floor with Peter Lorre.
Good film.
Amazing film. And The Big Shakedown with Barry Davis.
Another really good film.
Yeah.
What is your...
I watched both of those.
What's your penultimate, like, film noir? Everybody knows what mine is. But what's your...
It's going to be... It's a sellout one. Because I love Double Indemnity.
For me, it's Out of the Past. Because it just has everything that a film noir, like... But everybody knows.
There's some ones I like. I like the lineup. And I like Big Hate. Who doesn't like Big Hate? That's an incredible one.
That is a classic film.
You know, there's quite a few. There's quite a few I could mention, but I'm a little bit brain dead in a minute. But what's that one? Tight Spot. I like Tight Spot.
There's...
You know the one where he's been fingered by the mob and he's supposed to think he'd be protected in the end?
One of the most unusual film noirs that I love, Sunset Boulevard, is definitely a film noir, and I love that film. It's a definitely unique film noir. But I would say one of my favorites that kind of like goes a bit against the grain of like film noir in many ways, but it is a film noir. Is Narrow Margin. I absolutely adore Narrow
Oh
Margin,
yeah,
like the original. Kiss Me Deadly is fantastic.
another
Kiss Me
one,
is one of my favorites.
another one. The Price of Fear.
There's so many classics in the noir genre. We should do a noir like we
We
should do a
should.
noir podcast actually. What we should do, because I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be great. Actually, we need to. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get that going when we figure the stuff out. And just so you guys know, if you want to listen to our podcast, it's $80 a week, and all funds go directly to the M&A Foundation, and yeah, they help the poor people in Morocco and England
We're
in their
Dangerous.
bathtubs.
Detour is a classic, like stone cold classic.
Oh, Detour! I love Detour. I love the ending of Detour. It's such a heartbreaking ending when you think about how crazy that is.
Well, noirs.
Kiss Me Deadly, I've never liked Kiss Me Deadly. Don't know why, I just can't get into it.
You, I might have to slap you.
Oh, boom!
It's such a good film. It's one of my like people know that.
I think it's Kiss Me Deadly. That's the Criterion one, right? Where he's sitting with the chair. Yeah, I can't stand that one. I don't know why.
You you have to rewatch. It is such a good film. Like
Oh, what's that one? The City one with Richard Widmark. The Big C? Is it called that? Is it called The Big C? What one is it? Richard Widmark's in it.
remember the one oh god, the one they remade. Remember the Richard Widmark one they remade with Dave Caruso? Which one is it, guys?
What one's that one?
Come on, which one is it? Kiss of Death. Gotta love Kiss of Death.
That was good. That was good.
The Big
But
Clock
I'm
is
thinking
fantastic.
of.
Big Clock
What
is
is it?
way underrated.
That's it. Night in the City.
I have that one here.
I love
Actually.
that one.
I knew what it was, but after you called in Kiss Me Deadly, I wouldn't tell you. I was being a dick.
So nice, is it?
Uh, I haven't watched Card Captor Sakura. Of course. Oh yes, when it initially came out, actually, dude, this is me you're talking to. Anime. Did I watch it? Yeah.
Dove said yes. Brick is classic. I really like Brick. I've only seen it once, but I own it and I want to watch it. I want to see it again.
Old school film. It doesn't have to be film noir. If you were to put like if you were to put on like okay, a classic, what's kind of a go-to for you?
This one?
How'd you see that Brick come on Friday? What do you think? Both of Brick.
Oh, okay. I like Brick. I think Brick's really good. I've only seen it once, so I can't say much about it. I need to watch it again, but I remember having a great time with it. I think it was pretty good.
I thought it was fun. I mean, it didn't. I'll be honest with you. I remember very little about it, so it wasn't one that stuck with me. To be honest with you, but a lot of those, like the newer stuff, don't stick with
I think the problem is what people forget. I think is when you watch a lot of movies, some they don't always stay. Some was trying to say to Don the other day. I watched something like How to Kill a Mockingbird. It's gonna stick with me forever. I watched a film like The White Sheik. Sticks with me forever. I watched, let's say, 9, 10 film noirs. Only one of them might stick with me because they might all kind of run into each other. Do you know what I mean?
It's like I'm going to sit down and watch 7 Hallmark Christmas movies in a row. It's going to be like you watch one movie, man.
Yes, exactly. I loved Ida Lupino in High Sierra.
Lupine she is groundbreaker when it comes to.
I tell you something. After watching Barbara Stanwyck, I told Donna, I kid you not, I said to Donna said, what are you thinking about right now? I said, I think about getting off with Barbara Stanwyck. And she said, what? And I said, yeah, I'm thinking about how if she was around now and she was as beautiful as she was back then, you'd be sitting in the chair across from me and I'd be bouncing up and down. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa. So Barbara Stanwyck, Ada Lupino, hot, amazing.
Barbara Stanwyck was like great in the fact that she was like untraditionally beautiful.
Right. Who said please kill me Hallmark movies? Oh, Kubrick. You.
Gotta watch some of those Hallmark classics, man, or those Lifetime movies. Those,
Yes.
where the
They're the true modern day classics.
babysitter stopped.
So, as far as all the visuals, that's pretty much all I watch. Hence why I don't fit in with most communities. But if I had to pick one film, it'd be King Kong. Oh, I can actually you ain't joking, Kubrick, because we'd have had strong issues.
What Alan say?
I'd have had to put you on a timeout.
With respect, I think it was racist for white-skinned people to play Asian characters back in the golden day of Hollywood. Well, it was a different time, and I had nothing to do with it, man. So, like, in all seriousness, Alan, I had nothing to do with those films.
Hold on a minute. You what? Actually, that's not true.
Are you saying I was
I
produced?
was alive back then. Alan is a very young-looking 98-year-old man
Yeah, produced enough.
who co-produced all those movies and even showed them how to do it.
Mr. Moto, right? I'm like, I
You know, I'm going to be honest here with people. I get, of course, that's costume rolling. Yeah, in modern day, it is.
really.
And it was back then, don't get me wrong. But you've got to always take each decade of TV film with what it was back then. You know, is it crazy that they put like Key Luke and yet they didn't have an actual Asian actor playing the lead? Yes, that is absolutely ridiculous. But you got to remember, people would hire by names. Look a bit like Boris Karloff playing Detective Wong and stuff like that. You know, that was a named person. That was a big person.
Or even Christopher Lee with with the
exactly. Exactly. You know, and I think even Bela Lugosi played Detective Wong.
You have to like take it into consideration when it was done. Would it have been better if they chosen if they had Asian actors? Yes. Like, let's be honest. Key Luke is the only one Asian actor that I can think of, as far as that played like Charlie Chan, and that was for a cartoon series.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this too, because even in the 70s, Peter Ustinov plays him in like the the comedy one, and I think Henry Silva, maybe at one point.
Yeah, Henry Silva played Miss Moto, didn't he?
Yeah, and one of those. So, yeah, but it's now if they made him now, of course, hopefully they're going to of course.
Hopefully they'd hire me.
Well, you.
I could do it perfectly.
Who would you get now? Like what actor would be good for that now? Do you think?
I like that. You don't realise that. That's hilarious. You went, who do I order now? And I was like, because you got that thing where you were like, who? Who would you pick now? It's come back. If I had to pick someone now,
yeah, for
I would pick the guy who's in American Pie and Harold and Kumar.
He's starting to have a career renaissance. That would actually wouldn't be too bad. I know he's young, but
he's not that young now.
No, I mean the guy. I'm a
now.
different guy. Remember, like in Shang-Chi, Simu Liu?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about that one? Is it one with Shu? No, that's not one Shu, is it? What's his name? Something Shu, isn't it?
Simu Liu or something like that. Simu Liu.
Oh, you're talking about him? Oh, okay, cool.
He played Shang-Chi, like in the new.
Yeah. I tell you could play a good detective who's Asian, right? Somebody like Jackie Chan.
Especially when you think of because now where Jack Chan's gotten older, and Ron Atkinson got a bit, got a bit older and wanted to move away from Mr. Bean. He did the McGraw films.
Yeah.
So good. They canceled those way too early. Those were such good films.
Well, Jack Chan is 70 odd now. Crazy. I mean, you would have thought he'd have lived that long after all those stunts.
It is.
What's this?
Yeah, I guess good living, right? Like maybe the stunts are the reason he actually did. Maybe we should have done more stunts. Yesterday, I'm walking downstairs to meet Hind. She's getting off work, and my knee freezes up. So for those who aren't aware, when I was younger, I did a lot of stupid shit, and I was in gymnastics. So every year, like every once in a while,
Kurt Thomas Toe, this guy right here. Kurt Thomas Toe, I'm telling
like
you.
my knee just freezes, and it'll hurt like crazy, and I can't like bend it. At
Yeah.
one point, it was for 3 months that it froze up. I was actually like I couldn't move. Like I had a cane at the time, and I was going to
So
Morocco.
how did you move it? Did you have to? Did you just have to move one leg and use the cane as like the second leg?
Sort of. I mean, and after I during that time period, I flew to Morocco. Like so, I flew
Oh,
on a 20-something hour flight in a plane, with a frozen knee. It was the most one of the most painful things that I ever experienced. Right, and
yeah.
because I was in gymnastics when I was younger. I did a lot of like what is now called parkour. It was just called Aaron act stupid shit back then.
It was called Aaron not thinking clearly.
I'm a fan of the films Clue and Murder by Death. I both actually. I love both
Yes.
those films. Peter Sellers in the.
Blue, I love. Murder by Death. I almost won on Blu-ray the other day, but I got outbid.
It is such a good film. Murder by Death is such a good film.
I can do one up for you with the leg thing. Donna's cousin, she broke her leg in America and flew all the way, I kid you not, to England before she got it fixed.
How about
You
Peter
believe
Sellers
that?
in The Party? Oh, I'm gonna say this. I love The Party. It is
Yeah.
blatantly offensive though, but I do
I've
love The
got a
Party.
DVD of that.
I got the Kino Blue, um, but yeah, but it is. He does such a good job. Peter
Hey,
Sellers
did
is
you
one
miss
of
my
those.
leg story?
Which one?
My leg story. I just told you a whole story about it, so I have a broken leg.
I no, I didn't. I missed the entire story.
I said I can do you one up on your frozen leg because Donna's cousin, when she went to America, she broke her leg and she had to go back to England and she decided to go back to England before she got it fixed.
That is dangerous, especially
I mean, imagine she could have got blood clot in it while she was in the air.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's dangerous. Like
Yeah.
my mom has a frozen tongue and anniversary.
Oh! Right.
Mickey Rooney. Well,
All right.
Mickey Rooney was the actor that when Saturday Night Deadly Night came out, made a big fuss about what a horrible movie that was and what an atrocious affront to families and Christmas it was. Mickey Rooney, star of Silent Night Deadly Night 5.
Yeah, but that's kind of a turnaround, isn't it?
It is.
Ridiculous.
Did I dance like Fred Astaire? Well, since I didn't dance like Fred Astaire before, it was hard for me to dance like Fred Astaire during.
I remember years ago, my mum had she had a walking stick, so I used to, when she sat down, every now and again I'd grab hold of it and start dancing like Charlie Chaplin used to. Really badly, but it used to make her laugh.
Mickey Rooney is blatantly offensive. I wonder, like, who directed Breakfast and Tiffany again? Like, because that's got to go down to like an actor can do what an actor does, but at the end of the day, it goes into the director.
Of
Uh,
course.
to
Unless you're somebody who's got unless you're someone like Fred Astaire who can do all the dancing and everything, surely you would have more input on a film where you're dancing.
Yeah, but this is Blake Edwards, man.
Yeah.
So written by Truman Capote. Yeah, you're right. It was Blake Edwards. Which is weird, unless it was it meant to be? Like, cause like people say, oh, you can't make Blake Edwards movie now. Well, maybe not that one in that way, but people always say things like, oh, you can't make Blazing Saddles now because people don't have like people don't have a sense of humor. Humor's like look at Jerry Seinfeld, the little whiny little bitch that he is.
Also, you can't do Paint the Wagon anymore either.
Oh, thank you. Why? Because it sucked and the singing was horrible. Panther Wagon is a horrible film. Why would you want to do Panther
It's
Wagon?
brilliant.
Like, it's like I felt like when I saw Panther Wagon. Did you ever see the Simpsons episode about that, where they show Panther Wagon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that was literally my reaction because I thought the exact same thing that Homer did. Like, oh, I'm watching this western. It's got all these amazing people.
I watched it as a kid with my elderly grandparents, and I'm telling you this, it was a different time and different fun, and I think they could make it again.
Oh, they could, but like,
You know what I mean?
there's certain like that's like saying Blazing Saddles. You can't make Blazing Saddles.
Ooh.
Yes, if you got talent to make that type of stuff, you can. Because here's the thing, that's what it takes to do something like that. If you do it right and you do it on talent, but if you're doing something to just like be blatantly offensive, just for without any
Yeah.
skill or anything behind it, you know, there's comedians out
No,
comedians out there.
It's like Ricky Gervais, right? You watch him live, he ain't doing anything wrong.
Which one?
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I mean, like, he annoys me sometimes, but I agree with him on a lot of things, not all the time. But I do like, I think that, he doesn't go out of his way to, like, be offensive. Bill Maher is, I find, stupid. Like to be honest with you. he's
I mean,
the guy that, like, it kind of like when Dennis Miller, like, kind of went off the wagon a bit. It's like, these are people that like want you to think they're smart,
yeah.
but if you listen to them, it's like a Joe Rogan,
I mean,
right?
personally,
If you listen to
personally,
them,
personally, I don't think any humour's wrong if it's done the right way.
well, that's the thing. It's exactly what I'm saying. Like there's like George Carlin, who I consider the great. Do you want the greatest? There you go, George Carlin.
Yeah.
Also, fuck Joe Rogan for like his Robin Williams comments. Yeah, just fuck yourself, Joe Rogan. But when George Carlin said, you can joke with absolutely anything. Like he said, I can joke with absolutely anything, but not everybody can, because not everybody has the talent to do it. Carlin
It's
could
like
do
me,
it.
right?
Tosh
I'll give you
can't.
a
There's a perfect
Give me an example. I had a friend who was partially blind, right? And I said to her a joke. I was talking to her one day. I said, I never liked David Blunkett. And she said, why? And when he always has shifty eyes. Right? She thought it was hilarious. I mean, come on.
I mean, it's there's things like I'm like, I'm not a comedian. So I'm not on here anyway. I'm super funny in real life. Trust me. My mom thinks I'm hilarious.
I'm always straight laced. I don't ever crack a joke. I don't say anything. I'm just deadpan.
I am the most weird person that in my group of people. So I'm very I do consider myself very straight laced here, but Malcolm knows I'm not totally.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, the thing is, here's the thing, Sean.
He did.
Yes, and Robin Williams actually said he did. Robin Williams actually made reparations to comedians that he stole from. He talked about it before he passed away, actually. However, that's not the lie. That's not the way Joe Rogan framed it. Joe Rogan framed it like he maliciously took things. And that's a very different thing. Especially if you're Joe Rogan. And look it up, man.
The original Joe Rogan.
Look it up. Joe Rogan, Dane. What's his name? Dane Cook, right? Dane Cook, Joe Rogan. Like, they almost seemed entertaining.
Okay, Kubrick.
Oh yeah, hey, have a great night, man. We're talking some like hot takes on this. I actually kind of like this. It's kind of fun. Hopefully nobody's taking any offense to anything, because I'm just. Yeah, you definitely can be edgy. Look at Josh Johnson. I think he's one of the funniest.
Look at that life.
You like Josh Johnson, by the way? Have you heard Josh Johnson?
Yeah.
So he's really good.
Yeah.
So he's been writing for the Daily Show since about like 2017, I think.
Yeah.
And he does stand up. And I guess everybody knows the, I catfished the KKK joke that he did. Like that's made 30, over 30 million views on
Yeah.
YouTube, by the way. And that's when he did when he was young. Like, and he looked like a baby when he did that one, actually. But like he's in his 30s now, 30s, 40s. But he looks really young. But like that was hilarious, and he's gotten better since then.
Yeah.
Like he recently did one about like the man bear thing, and he's talking about it, and he does it in a way that is so priceless. Because here's the thing, he can talk about things that are sensitive
Yeah.
and do it in a good way. I wonder, do you ever think here's gonna be a hot take here? Hot take on this.
Okay.
This is I don't know if I should say this. This is something. Do I want to say this? Do I want to say this?
Say it.
Okay, if you're really good, you're a really good comedian. Even if you had stuff that's been lifted by other people, if those people make it better than you do when you do your set,
Is it acceptable?
Is it partially on you? Not
Well,
your
yeah, I
fault.
would say so. I'd say so, depending.
You know what I mean,
It's
right?
gotta be
Like I'm not trying to
dependent.
be a dick. I'm just trying to be honest.
It's got to be dependent, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's for some people, like they're just put into a place where like in reality, Joe Rogan's a horrible comedian. Like it's through so many graces of God that Joe Rogan got to be where he's at right now. One of the biggest podcasters in the world. What everyone say, that's what he is.
I actually think I like Joe Rogan, not as a podcaster, not as a comedian, but I liked him as the UFC guy.
He was good for that because that suits his personality. I liked him in what was it in the show? Was it News Radio?
Fear Factor.
Was it News Radio? Oh fuck, Fear Factor, man. Heat Me and Sex. No, I'm watching that.
Fear Factor.
I don't watch it. I think my grandparents watched it. I was never big on that. It seemed like an old person show. Like
You didn't want to watch people. You didn't want to watch people with your eyeballs.
I'll watch Big Brother, where people wear bathing suits. I watched that one. I watched that one.
Dino says his favourite comic is Tommy Kappa.
Favorite comedian?
The classic. Comedian Tommy Cooper, the classic.
He was.
It's sad though he died.
How did he die?
He died on stage, didn't he? He's basically dying away, and people were laughing because they thought he was joking. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then
Awful.
News Radio, thank you.
Awful.
Because I didn't know Keg. Is it News Radio? Is it Suddenly Susan? Is it News Radio? Is it Suddenly Susan? Which one is it?
One of the greatest comedians of all time, Howard Stern.
What are you doing? You trying to bite? What are you doing? My cat just distracted me. I'm distracted by my kitty cat. Greasy was over there, and he's like, he's got a pen, and he's like trying to pick it up, and he's like it's hilarious. talking about good comedy. Cats are good comedy. Cats and pandas, guys.
I like that, my wife. Comedian.
I think one of my favorite comedian of all time is George Carlin. I do love Robin Williams because of the fact that it doesn't matter where his jokes came from. It's the way that he put them across. It was this frenetic, insane way that he did it. I hate to say this, that some of his best work was done when he was under the influence, but it's sadly true. But he had a hard, rough time when he started out. Well, it changed, of course, after John Belushi passed. That changed his life because he would go and party with John Belushi, and one day it just happens.
Yeah.
John Belushi is one of the biggest loss. It is insanely sad with stuff like that. Man, how did we get to comedians? How did we get to this topic? We've gone through all over.
I have no idea.
Like we went through comedians, and we went through We didn't even like ask people. Like, well, I did ask them. I don't think anybody answered what their favorite like format.
My favourite reality dating TV series isn't Love Island. It was Blind Date.
Blind date.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise, when it hits you between the eyes.
Do you remember one that came on? And no, I think you probably be a baby when this one came on. There was a show called Studs, and
I don't remember that.
so it was a late night show, and basically these two guys would go out with like two or three girls, and the girls would like say a statement, and there would be like these hearts, and they had then the guy would have the guess if which girls made the statement, and if whoever got the most hearts got the chance to go on the second date, and it was very raunchy.
No.
Like when it came, it was a late night. It was a late night one, and it was I think probably the early days of Fox, right? Back in the Married with Children, like earlier Married with Children era. Now Studs is probably most popular now for one unfortunate reason. One of the contestants of Studs he was murdered allegedly by O.J. Simpson. Yeah, that guy. He was the guy. He was on Studs. I watched him on an episode of Studs, and then I'm finding out on TV. Oh look, Nicole Brand Simpson and what's his name? Ron Golding. Ron Golden. Ron Goldman.
Yeah, okay.
So Ron Goldman. But you know what's the killer part about this? I've been watching so much wrestling recently that only name that come to my head was Ron the Truth Killings.
Oh God.
And I'm trying. That's not it.
What was that?
That can't be it.
What was that porn site from Bang Bros where they had to go on a date with the porn star, and they had the choice whether or not they could have sex or not? Because that's what that sounded like to me.
No, this wasn't that. Like I know what you're talking about. Did you ever see the one Chains of Love?
What's that? Is that another one?
Yes. So, either a guy or girl, and then there'd be like 3 or 4 people chained together,
Oh.
and they'd all have gone on a date together. And then this randomly, this big dude would come by like this, and he was like the locksmith, right? And he's like, oh, the locksmith is here. They have to make a decision. Who do you want to unchain? Right? It is atrociously bad. You have to watch it. You have to watch at least an episode.
Was that a Canadian show?
It could have been. I don't think it was though. I think it was like one of those MTV things, one of the short-lived MTV shows.
Because sometimes they just don't translate over, do they?
Well, a lot of those like that I'm talking about were like MTV like shows. Dave Attell's your personal favorite. And filter. You know what I like now? I like Dave Attell, but you know what I really like? He's Australian. Come on, name him. Yeah, TV show. He did the best like. Don't be a dick. Like don't be a C word thing from. Who am I talking about, guys?
What are you talking about?
I'm like blanking on who it is, but it's like Jim Jeffries. I love Jim Jeffries.
Oh, okay, Jim Jeffries, yeah.
We are so all over on this stream.
Yeah.
It is like nuts. I'm gonna get us back on track. I would like to get us back, but I don't know what our track is.
Oh dear.
Like it's like I'm gonna get us back on track. What's your track? The like the various formats track, the comedy track, the track with like.
I don't know. Okay, best format. So I said media book. What do you think yours is?
God, it's hard. But my favorite right now, the one that has the most luster for me this moment is like it changes, and I think probably for you too, like because when you're a collector, it changes, right? Depending on what you're looking at. But media book right now is really a standout for me. I love the look of the media book. I would love to see a resurgence of digibooks. I love digibooks. I really did. Information was there. They were well bound, extremely good, well put together, especially when they're well done. But I think the media book is that next step to make a digibook that much better. So, for that being said, stop biting that. You're going to get yourself electrocuted. You know that, Ken. Don't do that. I would say, yeah, I'd have to go with like I'll go with media books. I will choose the same as you.
Cool. Media book.
What do you choose? What do you say? Oh, Grizu said steelbooks. Okay, so
Oh,
Grizu,
smash 'em.
Grizu, he likes to be controversial. It's
Oh, really?
you can't, yeah, you can't, you know, he's a bit of an edge lord. So
Oh, he
so
likes edging, does he?
I don't I don't even know what that is.
He said he's an edge lord. I was like, oh, hello.
But this has been like this has been an unplanned stream.
Mm.
Like I said, okay, I've got these books that are these like steel books and media books and digibooks I want to kind of just show. Um, so the trip. I'm excited about the trip. Oh, by the way, like, share, subscribe, that jazzy stuff. Subscription Sloth says it's a good idea. You don't know what that is yet? You gotta
Yeah.
find out.
You will do so.
That's one of my most genius things in the last little while for my channel, by the way. Have you ever been to Spain? You've been to Spain, right?
No,
I thought you said you've been there.
no.
No, George was there. George was in Spain. He was in Barcelona, I think.
You always confuse us. I don't know why. We always confuse us.
Well, it's just like twins. That's it.
Oh. George is better looking than me. We might have the same head, though.
That's why I have so much hair, say, because so. Literally, when I'm off camera, you guys don't realize this, but I get off camera and it just like it froze out right away, like just big.
It's because what you do is you shine it, didn't you? When you're off the camera, you like wax it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man. Now that I'm off camera, I can show my hair.
What's that? Did Malcolm do his mail call segment yet? No, I haven't actually, but I did get a few things in the mail.
Did you?
I
Oh,
can show you quickly. I got
please
all
do.
these.
Okay. Oh yes. Before you do, I need to drink, so I need tea, and so that people don't think that I'm being offensive by getting tea or Malcolm show stuff. I can hear Malcolm over there.
Oh.
I need to drink, and Malcolm can amazingly take over
Okay.
because but in order to do that, we got to do something.
Ooh. What's going on?
Let's put you front center, man. Let's put you front center.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
There we go. So, okay, so I got a few things. I got Stadium of the Soul 2. I picked up, what's this one? Wait Till You're Older. On DVD. Fascination Amar. They all have the same leading. Cat and Mouse, which is a film I bought 3 times now. This is the only time I've actually got the proper version. Running on Karma, which I've got on Blu-ray, so I'm getting rid of that. Battle of Wits, which I've got on Blu-ray as well, so I'm getting rid of that. A World Without Thieves, I've got that, so I'm getting rid of that. The Tigers, oh god. The Tigers, DVD. And where's the other one? Oh, it's there. I also got a whole load of LGBT cinema, because obviously I've been Pride Month. I haven't got them on hand. But they're like three to £5 each for DVD or Blu-ray. So let's have a look. What's this? These are DVDs. Who told you about these films? Nobody told me about these films, Keggy. They are Hong Kong films, so they've been on my list to buy. So I was lucky enough to find them on eBay for $6.99 for the 8. So to me that was a bargain. Since I needed 4 of them, they worked out super cheap. Have you edged to any of the Asian titles yet? Quite a few actually. I have after this. I edged to all the female ones, like Daughter of Darkness 2, Naked Poison 2. They've all got twos in them because it happens twice. That's why. It happens twice. Because first you got Edge, and then you got Let Go, and then you got Edge again. But yeah, Dove Cities, if you check out not my bald head because that keeps showing up, but if you check out my letterbox and you look in the June movies I watched, you'll see I've watched over 40 LGBT shorts and short films, some that you've actually watched, and I've got a whole load of films I'm going to watch this month for it as well. Double the pleasure, double the need.
What's the name?
That's how you do it. You've got to always edge. If you don't, then you just end up with a dribble. See? You just get a dribble. So yeah, they're the films I got in the mail today. I did get, what's that called? Long Arm of the Law 4. That cost me 44 quid, so I put that in a case, it's sealed, I've put it in the vault so that I can never ever get damaged. Yes. Why would you watch full LBGT films? Because it's Pride Month.
It is. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yes, Happy Pride Month. And because it's a very, very important time to celebrate that. And I think we're watching Schultz and having a better understanding and a better view of not just of standards, but also LGBT cinema can also open your eyes to such things we don't think about ourselves. And I think it's very important to do that.
Did you see the, I mean, here's a little bit of controversy for you, since we're being controversial tonight. Jeff from Films at Home said Happy Pride Month, right? And
okay, I was like, what's wrong with that?
Well, no. So you got a bunch of like flack for it. A bunch of people saying, well, I guess we're not going to be subscribed to your channel anymore. And he was like,
oh, come on.
Yeah, and he was like, okay then. he said, I guess I don't want you. Which, is
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got nothing. I feel like the only thing I feel is I think it's great to celebrate all these important times. I really wish we didn't need to have them in the fact that I wish we could just celebrate these things, all year round without a special day, But at the same time, it's nice to have that, thing like when I see Pride here, in London, it's inspiring because you see all these people banding together.
It's important right now, and let me use the media and like to explain.
Oh, also, I'm glad to hear that. I've said yes.
It's do you ever watch On the Family? The series On the Family.
Yeah.
So there's an episode of On the Family. Mike is going to is going for he works at a college and he's going for another position. And he gets there and he thinks he's already got the job because he's being called in by the dean. So he gets there and there's another person there, assistant professor wants to be professor, and he's black. So they both go into the office and they're waiting to hear back to see who's going to get the job. And Mike doesn't get the job, and he's upset. And so the dean's there with him. And he said, I had, I was just as good as this person was. And he's kind of like alludes to the fact, like, hey, and this is Mike, right? The most liberal character on the show, the most sort of.
Yeah.
And he's like, did I not get this because I'm white? And he said, maybe, but here's the thing. For the last, I don't know how many years, everything has been scaled for you. Everything has been put on your side. So if for a little bit it's on the other side till we can get to a point where it's even, that's what we need to do. It's one of the most brilliant ways to describe and look at it that I've ever seen. like any time before since, is that sometimes it's not fair, and sometimes it hasn't been fair on one side or the other. You may feel like, and some people say, oh, look, there's so much representation. Like now, people are forcing on representation. Maybe we wouldn't have to if it had always been there. If it hadn't been looked up as something shameful or used as a butt of a joke. Maybe that wouldn't we wouldn't need to do that now. But at this point, we do because the sad fact is when you look at things like Pride, uh, here's the thing: uh, a lot of these people, a lot of people that are there, don't have they're celebrating that for Pride Month,
Yeah.
but they don't have a lot of people in their life that they can celebrate with, whether they've been shot by family.
Which is sad, really, because I think you should be able to celebrate with your loved ones.
You should, and that's the thing. When we were in Nova Scotia, Hind was the one who kind of like the well, she set up like for her company. She was the one that set up the Pride celebrations. So we went every year in the Pride Parade. She set them up. She got everything together. She got that done. We went through like North Sydney, and it was a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What's going on here? I think it's so it doesn't matter if it's black, white, gay, or straight.
I like some good movies. Yeah, there you go.
But you did say, Kenny, you said black, white, gay, or straight, but you didn't say Asian, white. So I think you're wrong. Yeah, because you have all that.
No, it's. I mean, like, here's the thing. At the end, like, I don't talk about this stuff much on the channel, but it is Pride Month, and I do want to say, like, Happy Pride. If that bothers you, I'm sorry. It's tough shit. This is a channel that talks about movies and all types of movies. Um,
Yeah, there's movies for pride, so you can talk about them.
there's, I think, but anyway, what I want to say and it's important to say it like, Happy Pride, man, Happy Pride. You flag you fly your flag.
Well, you kite. Well, you kite.
Unless you're that weird girl. There's one weird girl. I was trying to, like, I don't know. We're not gonna talk about it. I'll tell you after the stream, actually. What's hilarious?
I think, I don't know. I think there's different levels of support. I think there's different. There's a lot of people, even now, when it comes to LGBT and that, that are terrified to even come out, which in some ways baffles me with the support. But I can then, when I watch the things I watch to do with it, I can fully understand. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, I don't think about this from this point of view, but after watching this, it's true, And I was watching a short today about a boy. It was set in Scotland, and there was this 12-year-old boy, and he lived with his dad, who was abusive, and his older sister, and basically he wanted to wear his sister's, makeup, right, and her shoes. The dad sees him and basically washes his face and throws him outside where all these other kids are. These kids look in, make fun of him, and basically beat him up while his dad's just drinking a beer inside.
Jesus, so dark, man.
Yeah, it was a very dark thing, but I was thinking about it. I was like, I could relate to this boy, not because of that, but because of situations I'd been through as a kid. But because of that, I was like, wow, this must have been so much worse for this poor boy, who was probably based on a real situation from the director who wrote it. And I think it's important because I think we can always think that our lives are worse or we've gone through a lot of bad things, and we do, different people, different things. But at the same time, it's important that we can always try and understand and appreciate what others go for. I think the world becomes more closed off at times, the more we open, and we have to keep open and understanding, otherwise the world will just fall to shit.
Well, we're getting there, but
You know, that's why I like looking at naked women in movies, because I feel like I need to appreciate and understand how important that is
it's
for
very.
our culture.
That's why you're like, not that you want to see, but you're like,
No, I have to do it.
if you
I have
have to,
respect for women. I have to do it.
out of respect, you're like, if I got to see boobs,
Yes,
I got to see boobs. I'll
exactly.
I'll do that because I would take.
I'll do it for her, not for me.
I think, which brings up to like another thing. It's like people say, do you need like those scenes? Do you need nudity in films? Do you need sex scenes in films?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Of course you do. It's just
You know,
about,
that's another thing. I've got no problem seeing the male genitalia in the film, right? I've got no problem seeing that, right? If I've got no problem seeing that, I've got no problem seeing a woman naked. Do you know what I mean? Now, if I saw a male genitalia, like, ugh, then I'd be a bit of a, do you know what I mean? In my view.
well, here's the thing. Hold on a sec, right back.
Uh-oh. What's going on? Aaron, have you got into Letterboxd any further and posted reviews and recommendations? If so, is it under your name? From what I know of what Aaron does on Letterboxd, is I believe he's got Letterboxd, but I don't think he uses it. Darth Sidious. I'm sure Aaron can answer that when he comes back, but that's what I gather from what I've seen, because I remember looking it up. Who is that on T-shirt, Aaron? I ain't got a clue. My shirt is a Vinegar Syndrome shirt.
Mine is Severn. No, I had to check. Well, I just heard a noise.
It's a very loose one because I've got a big one just to relaxing.
I thought when the cats made noise, that when the cats like had puked or something. So
Is that all the colours of the dark
it is, yeah.
shirt? Yeah, there you go. All day, didn't I?
That's the when they did the hold on.
There he is. He came back and he ran away.
When they did the black glove set from
Oh, I love those gloves.
from Severn.
Strangle everybody with them. Oh, nice.
I love the way these are.
They're lovely, aren't they? Darth Sidious asked you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He asked you if you, he said, Evan, have you got into Letterboxd any further and posted reviews and
I haven't.
recommendations? If so,
Unfortunately, Darth Sidious, I'll be honest with you. I don't get a chance a lot to letterbox. I want to, but as Malcolm knows, I've been spending a lot of time recently trying to learn more, and I'm still doing it. Like when it comes to editing and animation and all this stuff for the channel, which has been quite a big
it's
task.
a full-time job, isn't it?
Yeah, and now I have to do the suffering of going to Spain.
Yes.
So rough. It's tough. What a tough thing to do.
He hates it, really.
Yes.
He's like, I've got to do it. I'm doing it for you, he says.
I
I'm
am
doing
really.
it for you, the viewers.
I'm going to buy a movie in Spain just for you guys because
He's going to a massive club out there. That has Kent Paul in it.
I want to go to Camp. Are you still on about the Grand Theft Auto thing?
Yes. The Malibu Club.
The big one there is Nikki. Like the Nikki Beach is actually pretty big there. I like
The Nikki beaches and naked beaches, by the way, in case people don't know.
like people go there like Evelyn Goria and a lot of like celebrities like that go there, and a lot of British celebrities actually too. Well, no, not Hin's favorite, but Malcolm's favorite, Katie Price.
No, she's fucking.
And Malcolm said like Katie Price is his number one.
She's got so much plastic surgery, she might as well be a doll. A sex doll with that.
What's the name?
Hardly.
Did you ever watch The Real Hustle?
Yes, I did.
The original girl in The Real Hustle. What's her name again? She was.
Are you talking?
Because there's only three of
It's
them.
an old show now, isn't it?
Screw you, man. Let's forget it. I guess you feel my pain. So no, we lucked out. We're gonna go to Spain basically every 3 months until my residency thing comes through totally. I gotta take a trip. It's gonna just be gone for a night or whatever. But I have
because otherwise he gets arrested, and then he can't. He'll be arrested for the rest of his life.
well, I'll have to pay a fine, and sometimes it can be a bit of a fine. But so we decided we're either
I
gonna
hate Katie Price.
go to Paris
Yeah.
or we're gonna go to Spain. Something to be at least. Oh well, here, Marbella is.
It's like Beaver.
Marbella is kind of like that. It's a rich place. Obviously, not a place we can normally like afford to go to, but we have friends that have a vacation house there. So we're going to Spain anyway. We're looking at like B&Bs, and we had somebody come out, reach out to us and say, "Hey, I got a place there. You can stay there." So we're like, "Okay, perfect," because we're going to go right in Malaga, where of course where Picasso was born. We want to go to the Picasso Museum. I wanted to do some shopping at like places like Fnac and some of the other places like comic stores.
I love that name, Fnac.
It's
Like
cool.
if you did it like you know how Hebrew it would sound like Fnac. I love it.
I mean,
No,
like,
I never liked her. I remember when her sex tape came out, it sucked. I was like a young teenager and she was getting it in a shower or something and it was boring. You know, nobody likes Katie Price.
I don't know. I think she has made some good points. Like, I don't know. No, I don't know. I
I
don't.
had this conversation with Trinda the other day. I said I'd rather get off with Harvey than get off with her. There you go. You know her son. I threw him. I'd love to meet him on the beach. Then,
I still can't remember the girl.
he's just one of those people that uses the media to make money for having no skills whatsoever.
You gotta kind of admire that, though, don't you? Isn't it like half? Like, isn't that like half of influence to society nowadays?
Yeah, it is, but that's why I don't like influencers.
Jessica Jane, I think it was. Yeah, it was Jessica Jane Stafford. Her, remember her?
So, I remember her, yeah.
She was the original in The Real Hustle.
My cousin used to have a thing for Katie Price. But then after all the thing, he was like, ugh.
I love that.
You know what? I don't know any English actresses or media people I actually think are attractive. She is the British version of Kardashian, except she has barely any money. She's got over the top plastic surgery, and unlike Kardashian, she doesn't actually do anything other than bloody probably bend over and get the next guy.
I would say, one sacrilege. I just mentioned Jessica Jane there, and you said that, and Helena Bonham Carter. That is like Helena Bonham Carter. Helena Bonham Carter.
Is she English?
I don't know. No, maybe not.
She's freaky.
But she's. Who doesn't love?
She's freaky.
Who does not love?
What did I tell you? They're both freaky.
Is that how's that bad, dude? Look at me.
They're both freaky.
I am, he's eccentric because he's rich and famous. We're just like weirdos. 'Cause we're not. It's true. By the way, guys, do you have my TikTok, please?
Oh, look.
Do you have my TikTok? You get some really cool stuff on here. Oh, Goose is here.
I followed some people on TikTok last night. One of them looked like Jenna Ortega. I was like, whoa.
Was it Jenna Ortega? She's on TikTok, actually.
No, it was like an English version of Jen Ortega. I was like, whoa.
I get into TikTok. I like because I can go on there and I can make those short videos. Like if something's getting released, so sometimes Sony.
Like the year you were born. What came out the year you were born kind of thing.
Yeah, it was fun. But like sometimes I'll get like I didn't used to do it before, but I'll get like certain films, and if it's a film that I like, and the either it gets sent to me, or if it doesn't, I just get like the media announcements because I get those as well. Um, then I'll go on there and I'll be like, okay, I know what's gonna be on it. I'll go on there and I'll put on there, okay, this is what's coming out. This is the features that are on it. Basically, if you want to get it, takes it like it's a 10, 20-second video, bam, right there. You got it. You know exactly what's on it. I did it for the Comedy Classics, all 4 volumes. I did it recently for the new 4K for Karate Kid. It's coming out. I put up, just a picture of the Karate Kid, put the features that are coming out there.
So
Melissa Barrera,
thinking,
I love Melissa Barrera. I'm a hardcore Melissa Barrera fan.
yeah, she was at the convention. How you saying that? With his family. He met her with his family, and I was like, there were 2 things I noticed about that picture was they met her, and his daughter looked a lot like, his wife. I was like, wow, looked like a younger double. I was shocked by that.
His daughter looked like.
I don't see his family that often, do I? So I wouldn't know, but until then, anyway.
I mean, I think she's one of those. I think is going to be like a big scream queen, and I think she's going to do good. Like Jen Ortega.
Wait, his daughter?
No, just Melissa Barrera.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, where'd that come from? I think personally, I think she's a good enough actress. It'd be interesting to see what she does now she's been kicked out of the Scream franchise. I'm hoping it's a good career for her going upwards, but you just never know.
Abigail was a good start, although it didn't do as well. No movie's doing good in theater. Let's be honest. No friggin' movie, unless you're like hyped.
There is one movie. This past weekend beat its budget over the weekend, and that was the new Bad Boys film.
You're not serious.
I'm serious.
You're serious.
It was made for 100 million, right? And over the weekend it came out, it went over 104 million, and it's almost quadrupled that already.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys. It shows you people want more than horror. They want the retro. They want the old style back. That's why you get all these silly sequels coming out now. For things that came out like 25, 30 years ago.
I think what it shows me, because there's been some good movies. Furiosa came out.
Yeah.
Very good film.
My cousin watched that. He said it was incredible.
It is. But here's the thing. It didn't do well. But Bad Boys did well. You know what that shows me?
Bad Boys did well.
You know what that shows me?
It shows you that there isn't white privilege anymore.
It showed me that I'm just that sometimes movies make me cry for the wrong reasons. Here's the thing.
Oh dear.
People always say, "Okay, look," and people will go on to say, "Oh, Furiosa must be a horrible movie because it didn't do well. Abigail must be a horrible movie because it didn't do well." I've made my channel, and we've talked about movies that are coming out that people are excited to watch. Almost every single one of them didn't do well. And I'm not just talking cult films either. I'm talking movies like The Thing, like films that are now classics that at the time when they came out didn't do well. So not doing good at the box office or doing great at the box office doesn't determine quality of a film. Only a test of time can do that.
I agree, and I agree with Arsidious. I think world hunger and homelessness, everything could be cured by a lot of things. But you got to remember, we live in a capitalist world.
Well, bad films, man, they don't spend as much money on the bad films as the good films. The Tom Cruise films, the Mission Impossibles. If all of them said, "Hey, we're going to take scale for a year," you could do a lot. But you know what happened? They'd say, "Oh yeah, we got all this extra money. Why don't we use this?" Producers would keep the money. That's what they do. Bastards.
It's weird, because you look at some movies and you think to yourself, especially the lower budget movies, and you go, where is the 50,000 in this movie? And what people forget, I think, is most of that goes on all the people working on the film when it's a really low budget film.
Kingdom of the
And the
Planet.
producers and that, obviously.
That is the one of the like that title. I find hilarious though. Like I love Planet of the Apes films. But Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes sounds like a parody title.
It does.
It does. Like it could be like the Kingdom of the Planet of the Village.
I was talking to Trinidad, my friend, and he said for the first time it was really good. He was surprised how good it was, and said he can't wait for me to watch it so we can talk about it. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I have no interest in. I love the other three Planet of the Apes that came out, but after seeing what's her name from The Witcher, it put me off completely.
Which one?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. When I saw the girl from The Witcher, that Alan girl, when he plays Siri or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I've only seen like one episode of The Witcher.
Yeah, it's the main girl in it.
Okay, well, all right. It didn't interest me
She
that much.
She put me off completely.
I like Strangers
She's
Chapter
a
1.
great actress at all.
There's one I've seen. Here's one I've seen. I watched Strangers Chapter 1. People were going, "Oh, this is the worst movie I've ever seen." One, I knew going in this wasn't gonna be the worst movie I've ever seen because I've seen a lot of movies, and I've seen the worst movies.
Halloween Ends, you knew it couldn't be.
Halloween is amazing. But I've seen the movies that are actual worst movies in the world. Malcolm has to. So like when people say things like "The Stranger" is the worst movie I've ever seen, or like "This movie is the worst movie I've ever seen," then I just look.
You ever see I watch things like violent shit and all that stuff?
I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's really cute. That's the worst movie I ever saw. Congratulations. I'm not watching very many fucking movies. Congratulations. But no, actually, it was pretty good. Now I do have I do like that actress, Madeline Petch. I really like her.
Yeah.
She was really good in Riverdale. She was probably one of the things that was good when the show was batch insane.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, because it's really a setup. Like people say, well, oh, it's doing the same thing that the original did. It's a remake, and I'm like, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is, because there's two people up in the cabin. But yeah, yes, and there's some sequences that are are similar, and the ending is similar, but then at the beginning it's completely different. It looks like it might be a bit of a mystery trying to figure out who the strangers are in this one. There's like red herrings galore in the film. There's three of them. They were shot all back to back, and I thought it was interesting. I thought I enjoyed. Have you seen it yet? Strangers Chapter 1.
No, I see it.
It's not as good as the others.
All I know is George said it was epic and amazing. You said it was good.
Yeah, it's
The
good.
Original Strangers, I thought was the most big polished crap I've ever watched. Play at Night or whatever that one was called, the second one, was a lot of fun where the guy was burning in the truck and driving along. I like that. But so much stupidity in it. But, you can't always take a film seriously. That's the problem.
Well, Strangers, the Prey at Night, it's not meant to be taken seriously. It's kind of a homage to 80s slasher films. The original Strangers was a more of a kind of a home invasion type film. This one here goes back.
It was based on a true story. The original one was based on a true story.
Yes, sort of. And much in the way that a lot of those are based on true story.
You're joking. The whole story's the same, practically.
When change this down French. I mean, it's Rennie Harlan. So I expect this to ramp up the action probably in the next couple. The first movie is a setup movie, and the ending's mid-credit sequence good. Mid-credit sequence really good. You're like, oh yeah. So because it's very Strangers, very original Strangers. You're not gonna like that part of it, but it's very original Strangers-ish in the way that it's done.
I'm hoping to watch it once my thing gets fixed. What I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm
Harlan
hoping
is
to
good.
watch some of the stuff then.
I think it's going to be an interesting film. It's a nice experiment to make three films together and to put them out in 1 year, and that's what they're doing. They're putting the three films out in the same year, just a few months like apart from each other. We'll probably have all three of those films before I'll have all the downloadable content for WWE 2K24, and we'll all be good. And any Strangers movie is going to be better than the Pat McAfee pack. So just saying that right now. But I like Harlan. Harlan started out with horror. He did a lot of horror. He did horror stuff originally. He did like Force Nightmare on Elm Street. So I think he did part four, and he's coming back to that genre which he hasn't done in a long time. He's did a lot of action stuff. So it's interesting to see him like take on that challenge again.
Yeah, is he doing all three?
Yeah.
That's cool then.
He masterminded, like, he said, okay, I want to do three of these films. He always planned it as a trilogy. He wanted to do something much like, Fear Street did, where they're doing like three films, all shot back to back.
Except they did three more, weren't they? They did three more.
Well, they're doing. Is it Fear? Are they doing actually three more? I know they're doing at least one more, but if it's doing another trilogy, that's fantastic.
Apparently, they're doing another trilogy. Apparently,
I have heard that there may be a third season for PLL Original Sin as well. Have you checked that out yet?
Ooh, that'd be good. I've got the first season of Original Sin.
Did you watch it yet?
Yeah, I turned it off halfway through the first episode.
It's gory and fun. How could you not watch the rest of it?
I just found it tedious, boring, and I didn't feel like there was any horror in it at all.
There was much more horror in Prelude Liars Original Sin than there was in any other Prelude Liars.
I'll be honest, I think I turned it off because I felt like a phone call or something. And I just couldn't get back into it.
I said, give it another shot. Like it's.
Because I've got the whole original Prelude Liars set as well. So I work for a tenner.
Harlan made good. Prison's another great one. Long Kiss Goodnight. Zero.
Ooh, some classics.
Where's some people are throwing up some so-called classic stuff here? Did you hear that The Boys is supposed to be ending with season 5, but there's been pushback, and much like with Supernatural, they're trying to keep The Boys going past Eric Kripke.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
So he always had it with 5 seasons, much the way he had Supernatural for 5 seasons, much the way J. Michael Straczynski had Babylon 5 for 5 seasons. There was an arc. And I think if you go back, as much as there's like fun episodes and, for Supernatural after season 6, they got him to come back for a 6th season. If you watch Supernatural up to that season and you watch to the end of it, like, oh, that's a nice ending. That ended well. And then you get to the end of Supernatural, the actual series, you're like, oh, that didn't end that well. Let's go back to season 6 again.
I still remember watching Supernatural when I'm going, oh, it's getting cancelled. All right, it's ended. And then when it's not being cancelled, then it went on for what felt like forever.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo episode.
I was like, my word.
I mean,
15 seasons.
Is that how many there was? I only got the first 8.
Yeah, 15. It's 15.
I got the first 8.
Mental.
I'd always kind of run across them during like Black Fridays, and it'd always be like $10 or something like that. So I picked up a season. I got that happened up to season 8, and then I guess I forgot about them or I didn't see them.
I'd love to go through it and watch it. It's just so logical because there's 15 seasons worth.
Yeah, and like honestly, the first 6 are the most solid seasons. Once Kripke goes, it's not the same. It's like Smallville. I like all 10 seasons of Smallville. I really, really do. But the original
is good after season 4, though.
Well, when the original guy leaves, it's like you can tell that they're pushing to keep it going. But there's some good stuff. I mean, like still the best version of Doomsday I've seen is on Smallville.
That's true.
That incredible with that. One of my favorite like Lois Lane's is in Smallville.
Oh, yes, especially the dancing in the club.
Anima Rooms and what the big titles will be during the Severance sale.
Hey, Ken.
Opera, I'm thinking, is one of them. I would go with opera for sure. I've heard people say stage.
Opera's the most obvious because of the singing.
Well, Stage fright would be the most obvious for the seating, but I'll say opera. Um,
No, that's wrong. Opera would be because it's set in an opera place, the opera place area. It's seating of the opera.
yeah, but also if you ever watched, yeah, I know you have. It's the original Stage fright. Like it's set in like they're like
Yeah,
literally doing
well,
it
I'm
in this
saying
theater.
yeah, but did they announce that? Did they say they were ever releasing that?
No, but they did announce opera
That's
a
what I'm
while back.
saying.
But that's why I'm kind of wondering if they're tricking us again like they did before. Yeah, how many times have we thought it was going to be opera and it didn't turn out to be?
Yeah, sure, but I seriously believe it's this. If it's staged right, I'd still be happy.
Oh yeah, I'd be definitely happy. I mean, like both films are good. Stage Fright's a better film than opera. I'm not going to lie. But that being said, I'll take them both. But like that, and also that being said, it's a severance sale. I live in Morocco. Shipping for a severance sale is insane, so I normally can't afford severance sales. I'll go to Metaluna
Yeah.
and pick up the stuff there.
That reminds me, guys. That reminds me. If you want me to buy stuff during the severance sale, buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee / May to December.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We're doing the severance? Are we doing the severance sale? We are, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing the severance sale.
Yeah. So when the severance sale comes up, we'll do that. Maybe we'll put on dueling buy me a coffee links.
There
We'll
you
just
go.
put them back
We
to back
want
and forth.
doing ones on.
That'll be fun.
You decide.
Put a lot of work in,
No,
guys.
but there's a few things. I mean, there's a lot of things people think before they come out. I know a lot of people think one of the titles could be Pieces.
Pieces.
Yeah.
Damn you! Damn you to hell!
Yeah. I said to I can't remember who it was.
You bastard!
I think it was Benet. I said to him, no, because that's to be a part of the Clones of Bruce set, because Bruce Love's in it.
Yeah, you know how he got in that? Do you know how that happened?
Yeah, he just randomly was in the area, wasn't
Yes, he was. He was just like he was just there. So for those that have never seen Pieces, it's by Juan Picar's son, and he, made Pod People, films like that, and the actor just happened to be there, so they wrote a scene in of him being like the guy's like this guy's like karate instructor, and it makes no sense to the movie. But hey, Bluto's in this friggin' film, guys. The guy that played Bluto in Popeye, the movie, Robert Upton films.
It's, I do love that kill on the waterbed.
Hind does the most amazing, like that dude, like with that when does that squinty eye thing. Like Hind will look at me sometimes. I'll say Pieces, and she'll look at me, and she doesn't like that eyes. And it just cracks me up every time.
Brilliant.
I don't know. I mean, like Pieces. Grinders put it out already. I don't know if I need Pieces.
Yeah, the Blu-ray looks great, but the thing is, I don't know if I feel like it's a necessity at all, because I've got the one with the puzzle piece.
You bastard! I'm gonna steal it from you.
Yeah, I've got
I got that edition,
but you see nice bit of bush.
But mine didn't come with the puzzle pieces. Here's the thing: when I buy Grinders releasing edition of something, I feel like I've gotten on the ultimate edition of something. So I don't feel like I got like Death Game. I got the Blu-ray edition of Death Game. Like they can come out with 4K tomorrow. I don't need it. The edition of Death Game I got is the best edition of Death Game, I think.
Well, mine's missing the CD.
Yeah, there's yours missing the CD.
Yeah, I bought mine and I didn't get the CD in it. So must be the mainstream version compared to the Grindhouse version.
I got like because I got that one. I got Swimmer, which is a fantastic film. If you've never seen it, guys, watch it. It's a really good film. Pretty underrated.
Yeah, it's got a really terrible premise when you read the synopsis, but it's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, like you hear what it's about, and you're like, that doesn't sound very good at all. And
no, it sounds like a really tedious, boring film, but when you watch it, you're like, wow.
This is really good. Like, you're watching, Burt Lancaster's amazing in this movie.
Yeah.
I got The Big Gun Down. That's another one by Grindhouse. Again, Autumn edition of that. Every Grindhouse edition.
Tough Guys? You got the Tough Guys? Because it came with a bullet. You know, the bullet, I think, flash drive, I think, originally. originally.
I do, but I didn't. I don't want the flash drive.
Okay.
The tough ones, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's tough ones, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I said tough guys, it's tough ones.
And of course, I got the course to drink your blood and eat your skin. Like that double feature is really good. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Well, one of them.
Do you have the Cannibal Holocaust one?
The which one?
The Cannibal Holocaust one?
No. No.
What about the, what do you call it, Ferox one?
Sort of. I got Ferox Faction DVD on the original like DVD edition
Okay.
before the Blu-ray came out. So I don't have the Ultimate Edition. I got the Ferox.
So you have most of them then? You have most of them then on the Blu-ray?
A few. I mean, I'm still missing a few. There's definitely a few that I'm missing. But for those that know, Grindhouse is a company that one look out for them. They put a lot of good stuff. Sage Stallone was one of the originators of the Grindhouse label. Unfortunately, he passed away. But he was a big fan of like cult Grindhouse cinema. And without him, Grindhouse wouldn't exist right now.
Yeah. Sad that when Bill passed away like that.
Well, look, I'm a comic book guy, and I try my hardest to do comic book YouTube whenever I can. And I love Hill and Spencer. This is going to be a series. Ben Potter passed away, and car accident at the age of 40. So for those that know, Ben Potter is the comic historian. And he had a channel that's been doing some amazing stuff for a while. I literally watched a video of his, I think 4 or 5 days ago. It was his last video. And he was talking about stuff that he was going to do on the channel. He's a comic historian. Basically, he talked about like different comic things, and eventually he went into like kind of like doing kind of like reading at the comics and like in full kind of audio drama type thing. So it was, he did really good. And they're going to keeping the channel going on his honor. So rest in peace, Ben Potter. That shocked the hell out of me. I follow a lot of the comic channels, and that one hurt. There's always, and you're going to come across people on here, unfortunately, that happens with, and unfortunately, it wasn't like, and for people that are going to ask, it was a car accident. It wasn't alcohol or drugs or anything like that. It was.
It was just one of those random bad things.
Yeah.
It's weird, I've noticed something recently a lot. So many YouTubers are dying young. Every time I go on the news, like once a week, I have a YouTuber who's died, who's 23, 27, 40, 30 something. I'm like, whoa.
Thank God I started.
And they're never from basic things either. They're never like, oh, this person died of cancer, or this person died of this. It's like a car crash. It's like, hit and run. Mate, it's so weird.
I mean, and now you got like, it was a rough one. Comic Drake did a video on it. I'm a big watcher of Comic Drake. Love his stuff. The audio sounds off. Gleaming. Welcome. It is off. It is not you, Gleaming. Don't. So before you try to switch out and like fix it up just in case it's you. No, there's an issue with Malcolm's audio, but I think it's on my side. But we said we're going through the stream anyway, and people are okay with it. So the audio's a little bit off. It'll seem a little bit like he's telling a speech a little bit too close to the microphone. But yeah, we are very aware of it, and we'll try to have it fixed up for the next video. We decided to keep this one going because this has been. This should be called a stream of consciousness because this is what this video has been.
Yes.
I'm a massive Terrence Hill and Bud Spencer fan. I saw Super Cop in theater. Terrence Hill movie Super Cop.
Did you really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you see it with your dad?
No, I think I was when I was young. I didn't get to visit my dad. I lived with my grandparents, and didn't get to visit my dad very much until I got older.
I just wondered because I know he liked it, didn't I?
Yeah. So we probably went and saw it too. But yeah, I remember seeing Super Cop in Majestic Theater. No, not Majestic, Millbrook Theater in Corner Brook. And I saw that. I remember seeing Pippi Longstocking there too, which was kind of cool.
Me and Aaron just haven't been called yet. That's why we haven't been done yet.
That's it. when she had YouTube office. Oh yeah, what's the name of the guy? Was it Ray William Johnson that does those videos?
Yeah.
Where it starts to tell the story and said everything seems okay until. Oh, man, I love those videos.
You know, a few YouTubers I met over the years have passed away, sadly. One was my friend John I told you about. You know, he passed away. There was a couple of people that I knew that I wasn't like close to, but I knew them and they passed away. Like there was a guy the other day I saw he posted a video giving an update on his, you know, brain cancer diagnosis, and the guy was breaking down in tears for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And I was like, his channel was starting to get bigger. I can't remember what his name is because it's a very long name. And it kind of just popped out my feed. So it was like one watch thing. And he was getting big, and he said, I've got to do this. And as he told them, he told the audience, he was crying. And he said, I've only got probably like 6 months to live. And I sat there and I was watching this guy, and I was just like, crazy on the shit that happens.
So, I mean, like,
in 1 minute, like 2 videos prior, he was living his life, he was happy. The next video, you could tell it was a little bit off because he was worrying about, getting the tests. Awful.
It's, I mean, YouTube, obviously, and the thing is, like, people watch videos and watch channels, and if you watch channels on a regular basis, you get, at least get you feel like you get to know people a bit better, get to see different changes in their life over the years. I've been doing this for like 12, going on 13 years. Next year will be 13 years for my YouTube channel.
I've been doing this for 18.
Now, the thing is, I almost quit in the 10th year. I almost quit a couple times. But in year 10 of YouTube, I was like, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think... I knew like I could still talk about film, and I could talk about collecting and curating. Want to meet your end. I don't know. I think it's unlucky to say that, so I'm superstitious. I can't say. But I'm sure Malcolm has quite an extra.
Originally I wanted to do it while swinging through Manhattan naked having sex, but kind of like Spider-Man style. But I realised that's never going to happen. So I probably, if I had a choice. If I found out I had no way of thinking I had to do it, I'd probably do it while bungee jumping, right? And naked, obviously, because everything I do when I'm in my head has to be naked. And hopefully there'd be a woman at the bottom of the thing, well, like this. She'd be like this, with the mouth part, right?
So you kill her too?
Yeah, I'm dead. But she died with the massive kind of like, again, just before I died.
Well, let's not throw around the word massive here. You gotta admit that was a good one.
Yeah.
I think like.
Katie says I've got a good 50 years left in me. That's what I like to hear. The spirit keeps on going.
That was Kay didn't say about me. He's like, you're on borrowed time, man. But no, I don't know. I mean, like, how would anybody like to in midst orgasm? I think that's just obvious. Like, okay.
But you want the orgasm to just end just before you do, because otherwise you're not going to feel it.
Yeah, the only problem with that is like you've scarred somebody for life. I actually wrote a.
That's why I said I'll take this random person with me, because she won't be alive, would she?
I wrote this story once, and I won't tell it on here. I'll tell it on a Patreon sometime. I get more people over my Patreon. I do like.
So I get the Patreon baiting. That's what's going on.
Patreon baiting. Got to do that. I got to sneak that in there every once in a while.
Yeah, but the Patreon baiting is real.
I admit my 7 videos haven't been good for Patreon.
But they've been really good.
We did. I've done like 7 slipcovers, which is now live on here because Patreon gets
7 in blue, right?
7 in blue is next. 7 back in black was my favorite. That
At the end of it, guys, Owen sticks up the pen from Men in Black and goes, and you all forget
Okay.
it, and he
And
says,
you gotta watch
watch
it again.
again.
Yeah, gotta watch again. Watch and donate. Thousands of dollars.
What you need to do is you need to do a hypnotism video where people watch it and they get hypnotized to donate.
One of these days, man. One of these days. I like the fact that the YouTube
You're
studio.
joking. Alan might make 100. He's already at 85.
I would have to say right now, I am feeling pretty much. I feel like somebody was on there. Somebody's trying to troll. Right? Were you here? And they're like, "Oh,
Right.
like he's like, you look like you're in your 70s," and I'm like, "Dude, I feel
Who
like,
said that?
oh, some troll." Like, I'm like, and I think he thought it was gonna be like it was gonna be a gotcha moment, and I'm like, "Dude, I feel it, man." I can feel it. Yeah, man, I feel it sometimes.
I was having a conversation earlier. I was on message again with the Trender man. And I said to him, we were talking about 9 years have gone by in our lives since a picture from 2015. And I said to him, he said, how do you feel about those 9 years? I said, mate, it feels like it was 40 years. Because of all the stuff that's gone on during that time. And he went, yeah, I understand what you mean. Because, you remember, over 10 years, just over 10 years ago, I moved to America. So 9 years now, and then I come back. I've lived in like almost four different places since I moved back. I had all the stuff of immigration in America with Donna. I had all those troubles and everything. So it's going to be one of those times, those decades, that feels like so much more than a normal decade probably would have been.
Do you ever look at your life? Because I do this sometimes, and I'm like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
But in a good way, in a way like. This is not like I never. This is not where I thought my life. This is where I wanted my life to go. This is not where I thought my life was going to go.
Well, I said to Donna, I said this to Donna the other day. I said, if I'd have met her, I don't think I'd have been alive.
Oh, that's not true. But
that's true. I don't think I would have been. Not my own choice, but out of other things that was going on at the time. I don't think I would have been. And so in a lot of ways, Donna saved me. So, but then I look at Donna and I go, oh, how did I end up here? Why did I end up with this crazy woman who frustrates me and annoys me? And
I'm sure she says the same.
Yeah, makes everything in my life feel perfect at the same time nowadays, But yeah, I think if I'd have met Donna, I don't think I'd have been there. Because it's kind of weird because Donna made me a lot more. I've always cared about people, but she made me a lot more understanding of people. And she made me a lot more, a lot more. I don't know. She showed me how to be really tender and loving, and it's kind of hard to explain. But when we've done that, I can easily go from being moody about something else to completely protective of her, wanting to make sure she's okay. Like, she will always joke, but there's times when she's fallen down the stairs, off of one step and gone down and hurt herself. And she goes, oh, you think has so much more lifting me up, protect her safe and everything. And I'm like, of course I do, because you're my wife. But she thinks that's funny. But I'd never be like that with other people. Before I met Donna, I'd never have brought my friends to the bus stop and stood with them or waited for them to get the bus and go home and be safe. When I meet up with Alex, I always have to walk him to the station to make sure he's safe. He's a full-grown man, but I feel like I have to do it because
that's your personality.
Because the way Donna's made me be, I'm protective. As before, I just go, okay, bye. It's weird the different things that change when you're with someone.
That's true. Oh, comments there. So maybe if I shave my beard, it'd make me feel younger. Actually, I do look a lot younger with my beard shaved. But
he does. When he was in Canada, he shaved. I couldn't even recognize him.
But I just love having the beard. Where would I be?
Oh, the monkey just swung in.
Welcome, monkey.
I can barely hear Malcolm. That's nice, isn't it?
Just turn it up, man. Like, trust me, most people are saying they can hear him too loud.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
But like, where would it be if not here? God, I mean, like for me, like I know, like Malcolm just said, I don't really know. I mean, I think Hin made me, if she made me a better person. I'll say that. She always says, no, no, you're good anyway. You're nice, and I like yes, I'm nice, but I'm nicer because of you. I'm softer because of her. Um, I look back at who I was before, and not that it's bad. Not like I wasn't it like beating up old ladies or anything like that. But uh, I was a different person. So the person that you see on here now is not the person that you would have met like 15 years ago. Um, I was very different. Like when he met me, this is kind of comical in a way. Malcolm can get ready to laugh because I like to do this. But my head was shaved. I had an earring. I was wearing a hemp necklace. I had this hoodie, this big like motorcycle jacket that I wore, and I looked, yeah, I looked like the Lost Mitchell brother. Literally is what I look like. So the first time Hin saw me, she was like, "Oh," like she didn't say it like, but she was like, "Ah," she was scared. Like we, the first time we hung
Oh,
out, yeah, the first time we hung out at her place, we're watching movies, right? And she didn't sit down almost that entire night. She said, "Oh, I'm get some kitchen, want some meat." I'm like, "God, you're making me dizzy." And she would sit down for 5 minutes. She'd get up again. And she told me like later, she said, "I was so nervous. You looked so scary when I met you." And I did. I really did. And
damn.
but yeah, I'm different than I am now. Now I'm a big softy. Like I'm not a big softy, scarecrow softy. Like I'm a
So,
tiny guy.
so is Donna older than me? Uh, this is how much explain. She's older than me on the outside because she's 73 and I'm 36. But she's younger than me on the inside, if that makes sense.
Makes lots of sense.
Um, you know, I'm being wrong when she needs to be. She's mature, she's this, you know, she's an incredible woman. But when at a lot of times she's very soft, she needs to be comforted, you know, and hugged and that. So I always say, you know what, we switch places when it comes to the age thing. And I don't really notice it much, even though that sounds ridiculous at times,
No, no.
because we're on a very similar level. So yeah, she is older than me, but yeah,
I like that actually. I like that.
thanks, Eggy. I appreciate that.
And for me, I am 7 years older than my better half, and she's definitely more mature than me because I have the humor of a 12-year-old. So uh, I'll look at something and I'll show her something, and she the amount of times that Hen rolls her eyes, like she looked at me and said, "Why am I with you again?" And I'm like, you
Oh,
chose her.
the other day when I said the milk comment, and she rolled her eyes, and you were like laughing, you know.
Well, like it's like I was it's a joke, and that I told her. I'll tell you after I get off here. Actually, yeah, you do. You need that balance. Like Hin likes many different things than I like, but we like connect on certain things. We're both geeks. She loves. We're both like massive readers. We like fantasy and science fiction, and all this stuff. We both connect on Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Oh my God, did you watch the Indiana Jones trailer for the new like Xbox Indiana Jones game?
Yes, I did. The new game.
It looks so good.
We watched it. We watched it earlier.
I know, but I watched it again afterwards. Oh,
It looks so good.
we are doing a reaction video to that. I think, guys,
We have to.
we want to do more content and different content. So the Xbox like did a showcase, and we're gonna do a reaction to it. Please watch it, because it's gonna be a lot of fun, and there's gonna be a lot of conversation in it. And it would have been done
Please.
before, or But the thing is, I forgot to hit the record button.
Yes, it did. Okay, let me tell you this, guys. All
She's
right.
7 years
So
younger.
Alan
7.
said to me, Alan said to me, he said, "You just get on for a second because I want to test something." So I put the pizza in the oven. All right.
Yeah.
The pizza's in the oven. Okay, we have a look. Next thing I know, we're recording.
Yeah.
All right.
We thought.
I'm like, okay. I just put my warm hot pizza down. So it's just sitting there, right? I'm knocking what looks like it could be a gnat away. So then he says to me, just as I'm about to go, screw it, I'm going to eat my pizza. And he goes, I didn't hit record. Right? And he goes, okay, just let me do this for a minute. 16 minutes later, my pizza's still there. So if you ever hear anything of me talking, you hear, you know it's because I was eating, because I was getting hungry.
You're stuck the Conan game. I'm playing more the Conan game, by the way, just so you know. I'm playing other games too, but I'll definitely, because I'm a few, like, definitely videos into the Conan.
I like that. Play games, but not that Conan game. That's hilarious.
That's my favorites. And, like, and it gets views and it gets comments. Sometimes people will DM me about it, which is kind of cool. Because
Who'll DM you about the Conan game?
Conan, like out of all of them, nobody's ever did that for Multiverses. Nobody's ever did for WWE 2K24. But people have for Conan. Questions about okay, can you do this offline? Is there 2-player? All this type of stuff. Can you go with all? Well, Conan, it's Conan. It's super violent and it's it's one of those the few games that kind of gets my blood like pump when I'm playing it. And like I'll be there, and the soundtrack is so good in that game. Like soundtracks are majorly important to me for video games, and this has like just a great soundtrack and great like when the crocodile comes up or when you pass by, and when like in the last one, I'm on this. Take this thrall with me, and we're going up in this hill, and I'm like, I start to shoot down like Malcolm's watching. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot at this one person and kill this one person. So my fucking thrall decides, no,
I hate that fucking thing.
you can do that. What I'm going to do is run down there, which brings 7 or 8 people up right there, and I've got all this treasure, and I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. So I'm going. I'm like,
all I'm thinking about is please kill Alan, end him here, so I can watch him try and get all that stuff back.
Like, see, eventually what I want to do and what I'm going to get Malcolm to do is get Malcolm to play the Conan game so that we can, because we can play in the same game. Like, I can get you into my game.
I need to get my PlayStation in. Once I do, it'll be easy to do.
And because, like, you're definitely going to get, like, you have to grind up there. But, because, it's a grind game. But once you get up to... When I got the steel mace, like that video, I was like, it ends with when I get the steel mace and I just go down to use it once, and I'm using the regular mace, and I just like go with this guy, and like blood explodes all over the screen, and I'm like, yeah,
oh god,
there's no better way to end this video. I felt so proud. I'm very proud of my Conan videos. So Keg,
I guess it would be good to see you play a 2-player game with Malcolm. You know what? We need to play Conan, but we also need to play A Way Out because that was recommended. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I still want to do like I really want to do the GM mode. That's what I want to do. That I want to do soon. Hind actually said Malcolm doesn't want to do GM mode. I'll do GM mode. So we're gonna get GM mode done one way or another. I've did a lot of research on the GM stuff, so I'm going to be taping it and editing it so that we'll have an opening of stuff. I might do both. It would be nice if I can get him to do GM mode and Malcolm to do GM mode at different times, and then do an ending face off. I think that'd be really good.
That sounds good, actually. That's good. I've said just see Malcolm, Alan and Malk chop wood together will be Patreon level.
It is Patreon level. There you go. Like when we get our wood. That sounded wrong. I didn't actually mean. But yeah, when we get our wood, it has to be like for Patreon for that type of thing. But no, like there's a lot of things that.
I think
Hey, Alex, welcome, man.
I think what we need to do is we need to. Oh, I just got a thing pop up. I just had a thing pop up from George saying he got the Doom. Hey, the Trinder man's in the house.
Oh, he does it, dude.
Trinder.
You just
He's been
noticed?
playing his macaroni. And there he is. Did you see it?
I did actually. You know what? That noise that I heard before was next door.
Oh, okay. How was your time out?
I'm assuming you're talking to Alex.
Yeah, Alex.
And not me. Just like, yeah, how's your time out? Well, I just looked away for a second. I didn't go. I will be doing. I will be doing some footage over and when I go shopping. So that will be on Patreon first, and as well the unboxings for Malaga.
I did not say he was like the sloth from the Goonies.
Can you tell?
I did not say that.
You ever notice how
Don't
much?
get me in trouble.
Ever notice how much like the design of Sloth looks like Jason from Part 3?
Yes, you know why, didn't you? Because they're blood related.
I love the Goonies, man. There's a.
I always thought it was horrible.
You are second.
Yeah, there's an echo. Yeah, people have said that, Alex, constantly. There is an echo on my head. Sadly. Needing more wood sounds like they need to release a trailer for season 2 of Wednesday for you and Mel. Sounds good.
They kicked one guy out of the Wednesday series because apparently he's pretty creepy. And from
Oh, that's what I sounded like when I said it. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Hey, you guys!
But yeah, they kicked the one of the actors in Wednesday has been let go.
Oh no!
Yeah, he's apparently been accused of being like kind of a creeper sort of type thing.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Apparently he wanted to create this ain't Wednesday.
he was he's from Newfoundland actually. I'm not
It's
sure.
Thursday actually, so he's not from Newfoundland.
Yes. Not just from Newfoundland.
I've said it. I said it all along to everybody. They're all creepers from over there.
From the area that I used to live around.
Oh, you went to Reading Shopping Centre, eh? Ooh. I like Reading, but it's got a terrible shopping centre. I agree.
You have Costco over in the UK?
Yeah, we have Costco. You have to have a card to get in just to have a hot dog.
Oh yeah.
You know.
You got good hot dogs.
It's like 50p for a hot dog, and 50p if you want the bun. Alex takes just the hot dog.
Hot dogs are so good.
Takes all in one. Oh.
Hot dogs are so good. Like at Costco, I used to get hot dogs all the time. The all beef ones. The ones in Canada are good anyway.
Yeah.
Primark is UK too, right?
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, Primark was incredible. But as I got older, it turned to crap.
I'm glad they never stick to the Goonies because Goonies is one that stands on its own, like as its own thing, and I don't want a sequel. I want it to stick with just as it is. I don't want to
just stick with the original one, or make a TV series. I do like the footlong. Alex knows that because he shows me constantly. So there you go.
So don't be like.
Plus, you see mine. Remember about the bungee jump? Boom.
So Malcolm has a very unique way of measuring things. Do I miss living in Canada? Well, I've my family. Obviously miss my family. I do miss certain things about Canada, and sometimes like I wish like we could do like 2 or 3 months there and like 9 months here, the type of thing. Well, of course. But yeah, I miss things. I miss like certain types of shopping and stuff like that. Nowadays, I want to go shopping for like movies or stuff. Then I got to get on a plane and fly across to another country. Um, so it's always that. It's only like
I miss Canada, and I've never lived there.
dude,
I just miss your dad.
we we would have an awesome that's it. We would have an awesome trip to Canada. Um,
That would be, wouldn't it?
because I go there all the time. You're always welcome along with me sometime.
Yeah. I'll just turn up one day. I can see it now. There's room for one. I turn up with your dad's door. You turn up. It's like, sorry, this ain't his fault.
It's been like, but yeah, I do. Of course, I miss it, but I do love Morocco. I really really do.
Mikey, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say you prefer the banana. Also, I've also believed she's 14 feet tall. Well, she's 3 foot 5. So
So as you can tell by this by the camera on here, I'm obviously more massive and tall than like Malcolm is. You can see.
well, yeah, you're bigger than me.
Well, from like if you're just going by perspective from the camera, yes.
I can barely sit in this chair with my legs on the floor.
Atomic Blonde Special Edition 4K, $45. Are you serious? That's 45 pounds.
Yeah, I ain't buying that. That's 45 quid. I ain't buying that. It looks lovely, but I ain't buying it.
Yeah, I got it. I got the 4K. I paid $5 for it.
Yeah,
On
I
Amazon.
think I paid like £7 for mine.
Yeah, $5 on
buying
Amazon.
that.
That's an insane price, Alex, man.
I was good actually. I've been good the last 2 days. I haven't bought any media.
I'm very proud of you. I think that things. I think that for me right now, I like to buy media, but I like to buy it in, what's the word I'm looking for?
That's buying me now.
Like every once in a while, I want to do like I looked at him and I said I want to do. I don't want to just be able to look at a screen and like see people doing stuff. I want to do stuff. I want
That's
to.
what I tell Alex when he looks at the boys on film sets.
I want to be able to I want to be able to experience stuff, and I'm getting older. So I'm like, okay, I want to be able to watch movies. So I've got a YouTube channel. So for me, it's like, okay, there's all been this stuff about like, oh, physical media is dead and all this type of stuff, and people look in their backyards like, oh, there's not as much going to Walmart. There's not much going to your local video shop as there used to be. It's not as many video stores. So I'm in the unique position of being able to go to other countries and say, hey, look, let me show you where physical media is at, and what it looks like in different places, and that's what I'm doing.
I think it takes a lot of work to do that, and I think you can bring awareness to labels that nobody's known.
That's what I'm hoping, and I'm definitely trying to do. When I came back from Paris, hopefully people saw the video. I did show a couple labels there that kind of blew my mind that I didn't know existed.
But I've seen this label 1,200 and 45 guests from Hong Kong.
We're having to talk to our cities. We're gonna have a conversation. I had a conversation with Malcolm.
He needs help. He needs help. That's what he needs. He needs help. He's got an addiction.
I had a conversation with Malcolm. Me and Malcolm had a conversation. We sat down. I was like, Malcolm, you gotta like not buy as much. And he's like, I don't know, man.
I always said he's gonna be my sponsor.
Yeah, I did. I was like, dude, I said, and can I say this? I was like, why don't you like get a goal towards something? And for Malcolm, you want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Like that's been one of your dreams. Like you've watched all these Asian films, but what's better than like watching an Asian being in Asia, and actually like going walking those streets, and if you've I don't care who you are, if you're
I want to be walking erection from
like,
Yakuza.
You want to go there, and I want you to go there. Like this is something I think you deserve. Like you really love this, and in all seriousness, and all like.
Yeah.
If anybody like deserves to be a YouTuber that goes to Japan, that's gonna enjoy it and really like be blown away by you.
That's true.
What kind of films would you release if you had your own label? What editions would you do? Hard boxes, slips? Oh, that's actually a good one. The type of films Malcolm wants to do like different stuff. He wants to do like Asian and stuff that's gonna be different. I'm gonna be very. I'm gonna be your basic bitch.
So from now on, I can call you basic bitch.
Basic
Okay,
bitch.
I
There you
know
go.
that now.
I would definitely. I'm a horror guy, but I want to do stuff that's gonna.
Oh, here we go. We're going to re-release the same horrors all over again.
No. I want to do stuff. Here's the thing. I want to do films that I think that are well, not are just in, or that are fun, but films that you can see from in different ways. Like I want to do films that I can actually talk about. That I can act. I want to do films that
Okay.
I can do features. I want to do films I can do commentaries for, whether that's film noir or horror or action.
Basically, you want to release the film, talk about the film, do all the film essays, do all the audio commentaries,
No, I
and
want.
do the introductions to the film
I
as
want
well. Skip the director, just you standing there going,
let,
"Hi."
let me tell you all about this. No, I want to bring people. I want to bring people in there. 'Cause I think the YouTubers and people that actually like know stuff about our film are the future of featurettes and features. I think that that's where the scholarly stuff in the future is going to come from for movies, and I don't think they've been utilized well enough yet. There's some amazing
Okay.
minds out there, and only a
Well,
very
what
small.
cases would you release them in?
Uh, I don't want to say media book, even though it really like sticks out to me. I like the puffy media book. Um, I do like the one that you hate, which was well, remember Criterion used to do those like Blu-ray DVD combos, and used to have like those.
Oh God, you talk about those old digital
Yeah, I
things.
used to like those. Not digibooks.
Oh,
They're
they
not digibooks.
suck.
Uh,
Those paper box-like
yeah,
things.
I used to like those though.
They suck.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like maybe something similar to that because I found either that or something kind of or more media bookish. But
Okay.
I just films that I think that haven't been shown, films that I think that have gone away for a while. There's of course been like recently. There's been a big conversation about Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, and Plant CHH did a video on it, and I'm sure people saw the Kino tweet a while back. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where Kino has the rights to Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. They have no interest in releasing them, and they said, "Why would we release Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3? We don't have any interest in it." And they were kind of rude about it actually.
Jimmy in the house.
Hey Jimmy, welcome man. But I would like to for people, basic bitch T-shirt. Yes, there is actually very much so.
Okay, well, I think I'd release in scenario cases and maybe a hard box, depending on what it was. I think I would release a lot of the old Japanese cinema that nobody ever releases.
I know exactly.
I mean, some are starting to be released now, thanks to Radiance and Eureka. I would release that. And I think I would want to release those, what are they called? I'd want to release some of the erotic movies
Like this.
with special features in them. Yeah, that's a lovely one.
All my releases are
Right.
prestige. This is what I want to do. Prestige.
Prestige edition. I do indicate or Criterion style for most releases, but Vinegar Syndrome style, yeah, I agree with that. I think that's what. I think that's it.
I still go gaga over the set.
And I'd want to release a big, massive set like the Ingmar Bergman set. Oh, God. Oh, okay. I like the eyes. I think the eyes are better.
It's a transformation one.
Transformation. Return into werewolves at the night.
I love the fact that there's an SFX like mini magazine.
Yeah, there's different ones, isn't there?
It's for that one they did a Rick Baker one. They did a Rick Baker SFX magazine.
Oh!
Pixie Oreo, one of the mascots of the channel.
Yeah. She going crazy.
Well, there's this like video. Hey there, Ragnar. Welcome, man.
Right,
Video.
no.
Like he sent me this video tonight about like cats and their personality, and they talk about like different cats, and they said that the tuxedo cat is super crazy, but but they will kill for you if they attach to you, And I'm like,
Oh, sod off. No.
that is total.
We'll do the 50 disc mega collection. No.
That is
Awful.
that is what you want.
Yeah.
I'd release the witchcraft films. That's one that I would definitely release those. At least because I think that would be
Oh,
cool.
dear. The amount of people that keep saying I'm going to sound like I'm in a can or in a tunnel or.
A megaphone, echo.
Yeah. I agree. Tuxedo cats are the best, and I'll tell you why. Because two of the most loving cats I've ever had were tuxedos. Mr. Midi or Mysterio, whatever you want to call them, we had different names. Because I've changed them as I got older. I'd call him Midi, Midias, Mysterio, you name it, right? I had him for 18 years. He was one of the most loving cats I ever had in my life.
This one here is attached to me most of the time. Like if I'm upstairs, if I'm lying down watching something, like I'll go upstairs. Like we have like a TV in our guest room, and
Yeah. Japanese erotica, Keggy.
for me, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big fan of. It's gonna be like seem odd, but I like when Milk Creek Show put out stuff like the Ultraman stuff, and Show Factory put out the Power Rangers and the Super Sentai type of releases. That's my wheelhouse. That's my comfort zone. So as much as I love horror and like slasher and all that type of stuff, a lot of that's already been released. But I think there's a lot of like the Sentai stuff that I would love to release with like proper features.
Right.
Yeah, they released like the newer Kamen Riders, right? But they have not released the early stuff, the original stuff.
Yeah.
Even Black from the '90s and stuff like that, like hasn't been released.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of be like I guess that'd be kind of in a way it would be Asian too, right? But I'd do that, and I would put out the Mass Rider and everything. Like the cheesy stuff didn't work out as well. So that's kind of what I'd go towards. It's just
Good
something.
question. Done.
Oh no, I've finished.
As I say, good question from Alex, who says, "Why do we not have a Hatchet and long-term collection on Blu-ray in the UK yet?"
You know what? Let me tell you something, Alex. When the Wrong Turn movies started coming out, I actually liked them, and I'm a big fan of Part 4, massive fan of Part 4. But I got the first one on DVD, and then when the prior ones started coming out on Blu-ray, I'm like, I think I picked up 1 and 2 on DVD. I'm like, you know what? I just want to have them. Like, I just want to have them, and I don't care to have them on Blu-ray. So I just kept buying them. Like, even though I would find them the same price, the Blu-ray and DVD, I bought them all on DVD. Why did I do that? Because I thought it was fun. I even got the remake one, not the remake, the reboot on DVD. Because eventually I figure I'm gonna find a set somewhere down the road when all these are done on Blu-ray for super cheap. I mean, like, it would be fun to have the Hatchet is definitely gonna come in. I would love to see Hatchet come in. I love Hatchet.
Long-term 4 and 5 have the best endings in the franchise.
Is 4 is the Skidoo one, right?
Yeah. And the 5th one is where she's blind and he's in the car and he goes, "I told you I'd get you," as they drive off. I love that.
And 6 is so batshit crazy. You gotta love it. It's insane.
Yeah. The only good thing about that is Roxanne Pallet getting naked in the sex scene.
I liked 6. I mean, a lot of people hate it. I liked it.
Oh, what's this?
Part
There's
4 is
no label doing any real Pinky Rides films on Blu-ray or 4K. Yeah, they're starting to come out a little bit, Ragnar.
Anatomy 1 and 2,
Do you
100%.
other halves enjoy the movies you like? The answer to that is, to me, luckily, yes.
No.
Not all of them, but a good chunk of them.
Like she likes Hammer, Universal Horror, the sci-fi action stuff. She's more of an action girl. And she'll watch some like the film noirs and stuff to me, but she doesn't watch everything. She finds some of them get a little depressing. Okay. And she doesn't like the horror stuff that's a little bit too intense, right? Hint's the type of person where when she's watching a movie, if it's dramatic or if it's depressing, she feels it. She takes it with her, and she'd rather not feel crappy the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I love
Alex
them.
says, first release of my label would be Anami 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, German horror. Brilliant movies.
Fantastic
I
movies.
love the first one. The second one's really good, but I've always been more of a fan of the first one.
Those would be great. I love those films. The Pool.
They need it. They need a serious proper Blu-ray because they've only had the Mill Creek, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Mill Creek's the only one I got him actually. I hear.
Double pack, and they don't look as good as they could do.
The Pool. The Pool needs to be put out on Blu-ray. That has not gotten a Blu-ray release. Only, so as far as I know, only an artisan release. That's one I would really love to see out there. There's a whole lot of this like kind of falling through the cracks, like horror and slasher titles that just didn't make it, but that were good. That were actual good titles. The volume is maxed, Ragnar. Just so you know, the volume is maxed on here. So I got asked that initially.
Yeah, we've had bad luck with the audio with people, but yeah, when Aaron listened to it, he could hear us perfectly.
Yeah, and when Keg had that problem initially, and he turned up his audio and it was good. Come on.
Yeah.
It's okay.
What are your thoughts about The Wizard starring Fred Savage? I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time, kids-wise.
Well, not one of the greatest movies of all time, but I do like it.
It is. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. It's better than The Goonies, if you ask me.
I'm gonna slap a bitch.
It's better. I'm telling you. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, now we're playing with power, right?
Oh, it's a brilliant movie.
I got an emotional
let's
support
see,
hug from Pixie when you said that.
Oh, so she want like something like Necromantic 1 and 2. That's what Keggy
She
said.
bought me Necromantic 2. Here's the thing. Hind may not like the film, but she will buy me the film. She supports my love of cinema. So I had somebody say, well, would you like watch like the adult stuff? No, but does that mean she'd stop me or she wouldn't buy? No, just the opposite actually. We have our own things that we like. That's what having an adult relationship's all about.
Yeah. So me and Donna, I talked to Donna about Necromantic because I did send up Sidious Necromantic, but he said it made him vomit. So he's not going to agree on this. So I've always said to Donna, and I've shared it with her, I feel like it's an incredible piece of art of cinema about a love story and the depth of what love can be, even in the most sickest relationships, and the loss of life. And I think it's a stunning realization of the deep inner need to be connected. And Donna will agree with me on that.
Yeah, well, Hind will never want to watch it, but she appreciates it. And that's the difference. She may not want to watch the film, doesn't mean she doesn't appreciate the film. No, my just so you know, my audio is maxed on this one here.
Yeah.
Like maxed.
Mine too.
Yeah, both on here and on and linked on each one of these.
I think you have your audio on laptops turned down. Well, I don't have a laptop.
Yeah, I do, and it's maxed out.
I don't believe in laptops. I think most of them are rubbish. To be honest, every laptop I've had, I kid you not, has broken down from water damage on the keyboard.
That sounds like a you thing. That sounds like a you issue.
True story, right? Don't judge me, guys. True story. When I was younger, right, I used to talk to a lot of women on webcam, so a lot of stuff would get into the keyboard, right? When I left America, I gave it to my stepdad and my mum, and they took it to get repaired, right? The guy said to, I kid you not, it's true. They left it there. When they came back, the guy says to Mum, do you know why it's broken?
Careful here, because we're on actual thing. They'll make me mute you.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm not going to say anything, right? Do you know why it's broken? And she said, no. And he went, because your husband's a sick. My stepdad just looked like her. Right? And he was accusing him of all sorts. He was walking down the road, the guy was screaming at him, yeah, you be ashamed and all this. And today, that's one of my proudest moments.
Oh. No, I've always, like...
I do have a PC, Keggy. I actually have two PCs.
I have both. I have a PC and a Mac. And a laptop because my last like, desktop computer was an iMac. And I do have a computer, but it's, like, attached to my TV. But I prefer.
That's crazy, Alan.
I travel a lot. No shit. So I have to, like, when I went to buy a Mac, I bought a MacBook, like the MacBook Air, because it's thin and it's almost as thin as like an iPad, really. As when you're carrying it, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was before the M2. I got the M1, so it's been good like that. I think
Yes, my wife.
you're so lucky she's asleep. I don't know. What's your favorite kids movie?
My favourite kids movie of all time is probably Jingle All the Way.
I've always been a fan of Monster Squad. Like, it was definitely in one of my tops. The Gate's another one that I think is another of my tops.
Yeah.
And The Gate and Monster Squad, Goonies, of course. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Monster Squad probably. It's my.
There's another film that I think's better than The Goonies. I'm trying to remember what it is.
It must be. It's so good. You remember the Goonies, but can't remember the name of this other film that's better.
Yeah, well,
It's a much
we
better
can't all
film.
remember, do we?
It's much better. What's the movie?
Yeah, I can remember it in my mind.
Monster Squad. Man, I love Monster Squad so much. Such a good film. I'll watch that.
Oh, Three Ninjas. I love Three Ninjas, the original one. That's better than The Goonies.
That is a choice. You're a brave man. So
It's the right choice.
You're a brave man. That's like, oh, you know what I like better than the Goonies? Saddles muscles. There's nothing wrong with Three Ninjas. It's a decent film. Diminishing returns on sequels, but
yeah, I wasn't too keen on the sequels.
one of them's got Hogan in it, brother.
Yeah, I New Mountain.
Oh, what I'm thinking, by the way, if we can get this all worked out and working well, we should, and I've been talking about this for a while, Patreon, a live stream, pay-per-view.
Yeah, that'd be good. We need to do that.
Classic pay-per-view.
That'd be great on Patreon.
Yeah, so, and because obviously you can't do it here, the copyright gods and all. I want to do it for a film too. Like, I want to do a film and do a that. So we'll do like an audio commentary type thing.
Oh, cool. That'd be awesome.
I like Halloween Town actually. They're better than they're better than Three Ninjas.
I'm trying to remember. Other kids' films.
There's a lot.
Oh, weird.
I remember. God, I'm a big kid, so there's lots of kids' films for me. But
I see one I like. Cloak and Dagger.
That is a classic. Rest in peace, Dabney Coleman. What's that?
Yeah, that was amazing. That film. Heard about the movie surrounding a kid that goes to the store to pick up a variety of new mums. Oh! Fading Mum.
What?
Yeah. He wants to be a top of that so he can say pass again. Bastard.
I think.
Fading Mum, you know that one. We've seen it with, what's the name? Sissy Spacek.
What about, I remember that, like, when it was kind of like a Barbie movie before the Barbie movie came out. It might have been by Disney. with the doll that comes alive. She's
Oh, I know what you're talking. Are you talking about Weird Science?
no, no. It's like Weird Science great though, but it's like it's this doll. Like I think it was Tyra Banks or something like that, and she's like this doll, and she's brought to life because the girl is trying to bring back her dead mother.
Three Ninjas is made by the man who got kidnapped by North Korea.
Cool, night. Comment of the
That's
night.
brilliant.
That is comment of the night. You've broken Malcolm.
Guess what? They kidnapped him because they thought, oh, Three Ninjas is the greatest movie of all time, so we need to get Three Ninjas. Oh, oh no. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh dear. Oh my word. Hello. Yeah. So you've never seen Trading Mum then?
I don't remember it.
Basically, what happens is that we're cutting short because I'm going to get a pass in a minute from this. Right? Is they basically not happy with their mum, who's played by this is basic, and they want to replace her. So they find a way with a magical market, and they keep getting a different mum. But in the end, they realise that obviously she's the best mum they could have had. It's a really good movie.
I'm trying to figure out what the Tyra Banks one is.
So they made him make the North Korean version of Godzilla.
They did actually.
My favourite kids film, The Snowman. The Snowman is a classic. I love The Snowman. I'm walking in the air.
Life size. It was a life size. The movie I'm talking about. It was life size.
Life size. Oh, okay, cool.
If you've never seen it, it's worth seeing.
Brilliant. Farm for Christmas. I've got all of them, Alan. Some of my favourites.
Right.
The Snowman, me and Donna watch every year. They even make a watch your own advert as well.
Yeah, like really. All of a sudden, your echoes got really like super like.
I'm going into God mode.
All right, guys, but with the fact that you've broken Malcolm right now, and I think we've gone on for an hour, 2 hours. What do we do?
Longer than that.
Oh my God. If you didn't know it's from the 80s, you do now. I'm a Gen Xer, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Malcolm, for coming in, especially and doing it.
Whoa! Look at this. Look at this.
We got. What is that? What the fuck is that? Is that a little tiny spider?
And that is what you call a beautiful andromeda spider.
Looks like a daddy long legs almost.
Yeah, they call it andromeda spiders, ones that don't know.
Why have you
When I get it fell down, that spider has really bad luck because it's been all over this house. But every time it falls on the wall, it falls down.
And it's still alive. See, like you know that would be in my house, splattered.
It doesn't like me doing that, so I try to be a little bit more caring for him.
Secret that Rain brings the snowman. Snowman and the snow dog.
I've got the snowman and the snow dog.
My name is Aaron. This is Pixie
And my name is Malcolm.
right here. We'll see you here again soon because Severance House coming up. Next week, I will be in Spain. So I'll be coming back hopefully with some footage and some titles to show you all.
It's gonna be exciting.
It's definitely gonna be exciting. If you're my Patreon, make sure you go in and watch that Back in Black video because I'm super proud of that one. And with that being said, I will see you guys soon.